Okay, and there we go. Because we are now officially live. Welcome to another episode of Untitled. We are here. My name is Roddy Jones. I'm your host slash moderator. And joining me is my man from Talking Trash, the group, also the podcast. My man DU is in the house. What's up, DU? How you doing,
What's
buddy?
going on? What's going on? My man Angus Black. I'm glad to be here with my man Angus. What's going on with you, man?
Dog, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, man. You know, we ain't got our usual cast of characters. They all been late, probably having some dinner with the wife. Who knows where they at? But that's okay.
No doubt.
As long as we got,
No doubt.
if we good with each other, we gonna wrap it up. We gonna wrap it up. Now, I know you a man that watches football. I know this.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah,
Giant
for sure.
fan as well. Matter of fact, let's get into this with you and this. Let's get. Hold on. Here's the thing. I know that you're a big time Giant fan, and I got some side eyes for you. Yeah, I always give you the side eye. Come on now, you already know it's true. You know, because I can't support your team for my own personal reason. But I'm just saying.
Okay.
Somebody threw something about saying this one anonymous NFC executive threw out. Oh well, Daniel Jones is going to surprise people. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on Daniel Jones, brother?
Yo, listen. You know how I feel about the Giants. And you know I'm realistic about Daniel Jones. Right? And
yes.
I was excited to see that drive and although it's only preseason between Daniel Jones and Waller, the new tight end, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get overly excited and be like, hey, this guy's going to be a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Right.
I still think everything is based around Saquon. Honestly. Daniel Jones needs to think. Matter of fact, Daniel Jones needs to give Saquon some of that contract money he got.
There you go. Exactly. I agree.
He should have been the first. When Saquon was battling with the Giants front office about his contract, Daniel Jones should have stepped up to the plate and said, hey, look, yo, I'm going to slide a couple of dollars Saquon way myself. Right?
He needs to. So for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, they got done whatever they got done with Saquon. Saquon got 10 and a half, right? Which I think I think Saquon is worth way more than 10 and a half, right? But to say Daniel Jones is going to be a top 10 quarterback, that would be my fantasy, right?
Right.
That would be my that would be my fantasy. But
for sure.
I try to live in a world of realism, like being realistic. And top 10, nah. Top 15, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe top 15.
Yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Hold on for a second. Yeah. We got two. Oh, look now that I complained. It's all good. These are my fellas right here. We got the Bishop.
Oh, hold up. That's my man right there. Hey, Raj, good to see you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Raj, good to see you, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm in the building.
And of course,
my man, Raj, better late than never. That's my man.
As long as I get to the party. That's
right.
Yeah.
Yo.
I ain't trying to hear that.
That's my dog, though.
And of course,
what's going on, fellas?
What's up, Raj? What's up, Raj?
And also Dominic, my boy from NC, is in the house as well. All your mics are live. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate that, of course.
Yes, sir.
We got into some talk about football, about your boy Daniel Jones, Dom, and definitely not Bishops. That's for sure. That's one thing.
He ain't mine. I'm a Jets fan.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he a Jets fan, by the way. So.
Yes, Dominic's a Jet fan. Okay.
Not that I'm bragging.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him because they're close. They are close for the next couple of years. But again, this NFC who went under the source, under the anonymous title, we don't know who it is. you know. But this guy was like,
It was me.
well, you know, he's laughing.
It was me.
it was you.
It was I.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. So again, this
I'm telling you who it was.
Man, come on now, come on, stop. I mean, I know he's getting top 10 quarterback, that's for sure. I mean, what is he averaging about 40 million?
Yeah,
40 million a year average.
Man,
for 4 years, $160 million contract. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, listen, Daniel Jones is the luckiest guy in the world right now, man.
And like you said, and we even said this previously. I can hear you now. What's up, Bishop?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Bishop.
Finally.
I can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, man? Yeah.
Bish.
You want to say something, brother, or what? What's that?
I think he conked out on it.
Okay. Yeah, he must be going. Yeah, because I don't even see his picture up there, so I don't know what's happening. Just hang up and try to go again, brother.
Technical
log out, try to
difficulty.
go again. Yeah, exactly. We'll try to get the Bishop back. But again, like I said, this guy's getting paid like a top 10 quarterback. He's got a lot of pressure, and he's lucky to have Saquon there. And Saquon, hopefully, you have a good year, because if you don't, it's not going to be good for the Giants this year, at least offensively. And I understand you have Bellinger as a tight end, who was a rookie last year. He showed out. He did his thing last year. I'm not going to completely, not give him any credit, because he did. And then you got the addition of Derek Waller, who's an all-pro in my eyes. You understand?
But look,
he can't do anything but help. So he's got
I'm excited about that. Like, now we got Derek Waller, Saquon.
Right.
Derek, Reg, why you shaking your head, bro?
Okay. You want me to be honest?
Of course.
If we show up that offensive line, we have a shot.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was getting ready to ask.
Okay.
If we show up the offensive line, we can have all the weapons in the world. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if he can't throw the ball, he's going to be who he is. Come on. You got to give him a shot.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. I was having some technical difficulties. What's going on, fellas?
I see. How you doing, brother?
We good, Bishop. What's good?
Audio. It wasn't connection issues. It was audio.
Oh, okay.
How was the birthday, sir? How was the birthday?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, how was your birthday?
Pretty good. How was your birthday, Dom?
I'm surprised you ain't going on a cruise.
You know what? Not to get off of sports, Bishop. When I found out when your birthday was, I said, "Damn, no wonder why we think too much alike."
I know.
Shit.
I know. There's some of the best people on this show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't throw no rope out there for Bishop, because he's gonna grab it. Let's move on.
I thought he went on another cruise. I was like, well, this guy's like,
no,
see,
you didn't go
as usual.
You didn't go on no cruise, did you, Bishop?
Nah,
I didn't think so.
I was here, local. Just went out to dinner,
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got to get down there to that steakhouse.
The family took care of you. That's all that meant. That is.
Yeah,
well, he probably took my. Did you use all my $50 at your strip club down there, or what?
Hey, yo, what?
That's been gone. That's been gone. That's been gone.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
I know.
That's been gone. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the next 50 from you.
Oh man.
Oh no! Don't y'all have a bet going with Ben Simmons?
Let me say happy belated birthday to Dominique and Bishop. This is DU. I haven't from talking trash. I haven't been on with you guys in a while, but I appreciate y'all having me on today tonight with y'all, and just happy belated to you, brothers.
Thank you.
All right.
And brother, when are you returning to that podcast? Anytime soon?
Yes. I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, football season about to start. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna have the Sunday discussions. Okay.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I always look forward to that. Yeah, but like I was saying, outside. Sure.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Don.
Reggie, are you a Giants fan? I don't think I ever asked you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am.
All right.
No shame. No
That's
shame.
okay. Nothing wrong with
Yo,
that.
yo,
Wear
but
that
Reg,
badge.
you said it like you was ashamed of it, Reg.
He took a minute.
No, you know what it is? It's
Brother had
like
a pause.
you have pieces. We have pieces, but we don't have the main piece.
Yo,
Hold on,
Reg
hold on.
answered that
So-
question. He answered that question like you asked him if he was in a relationship.
Right, like he had a gun to his head, Bishop.
Hold up. You said we have pieces,
Exactly.
but we don't have the main
we have
piece.
offensive weapons. We have offensive weapons, but you don't have an offensive line. He's not going to be effective unless he has a line.
Who's
Plain and
that?
simple.
Who's that?
Your man, DJ.
Danny
Your man.
Dimes.
Dude,
So-
again,
so-
if he's going to be effective, he would have shown you that from the beginning. You know what I'm
Stop.
saying? Quarterbacks that can throw,
Stop.
they can throw the ball. They can throw the ball regardless. When he's had opportunities, how many interceptions has this dude thrown? How many interceptions has thrown us out of the games?
Can we build on last year and stop living in the years before?
You're a
Last year,
quarterback.
he had a decent year.
You can say the
You're a
same thing about.
He had a
Hold on,
decent year,
time
bro.
out.
You're a
You can say the
quarterback,
same
not a
thing
running
about
back.
Eli. You can say the
You're a
same thing
quarterback,
about Eli
not a
when you're
running back.
quarterbacking.
So this whole idea of you're gonna
What
run the
happened?
ball, that you're gonna run the ball, it's like, you're just making yourself more susceptible to injuries. That's all. Because you're gonna be getting hit unnecessarily, and you're a quarterback. You're not a running back. So
Okay, if he doesn't have receivers to get open, how the hell is he going to throw the ball?
the guy can't throw.
Let's go.
10
Okay,
to
you got
15
linemen
yards.
and linebackers hanging on you. How you going to throw the ball? Stop.
Dude, okay. So how many interceptions or how many
He-
fumbles
we
did he
know the
create by holding
interceptions.
the ball too
He
long?
cut down the interceptions last year.
Because
Come
he
on,
started
bro.
running. Because he stopped throwing.
All right,
Okay.
Exactly.
so we know.
You can't throw to somebody who ain't open.
I could tell in these 2 minutes that
Bro.
Bishop is not a Giants fan.
No,
right?
I'm a Giants fan. I just hate
You a
DJ.
Giants?
No, he is a Giants fan. He's not a
so
Daniel Jones fan.
you're not a okay, I get it. You're not a Daniel Jones fan.
Yeah.
No, I hate that dude.
Yeah. No.
Damn, don't hold back, Bishop. Damn.
No, I believe you. I believe you. The way you said it, I ain't even got to see you.
Yeah, I
Not
can
to
imagine
believe
what
you.
say about me when we ain't on the line.
I heard the conviction in his voice. He's
Yeah.
Right.
The conviction
I
was
hate
there.
that dude. Yo, yeah, the conviction was there. But
Exactly.
I'm gonna say this. Angus asked me earlier, a couple of minutes ago, do I think he's a top 10? I'm realistic. I know he's not a top 10.
Right.
But I do top 15, maybe.
How many
Right
teams
now.
are in the NFL?
Maybe.
How many teams are in the NFL?
You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
how
we
many
going
teams
over.
are in the NFL?
Got me right now. What, 30, over
30 something,
right?
I believe. It's a 32.
32.
Yeah, 32, right? 32. Yeah,
Yeah,
Red's
32.
right. 32.
So why don't you just say he's a top 32 quarterback then?
Right.
Wow.
Which means he would be last. You said he's the 32nd best quarterback in the league. Now I ain't gonna disrespect him like that.
Now I'm not a Giants fan, but I'm gonna just do like I normally do. I'm gonna give you some numbers.
Okay.
And this is going from first year to last year. Interceptions by year. 12, 10, 7, 5.
Yes.
Completion percentage. 61, 62, 64, 67. QBR 87, 80, 84, 92. So he's not as bad as, let's say, RJ Barrett,
Sam.
whose field goal percentage was 40, then 38, then 42, then 38. You can see it upward. I'm sorry. I'm just saying you can see with Daniel Jones, his is more on the incline, not
Rise.
all over the place like RJ. Just a comparison with numbers.
You also have to take into consideration that those numbers are a little bit skewed because last year he didn't throw the ball. He ran the ball. So those 5 interceptions that you just quoted, that could have been another 12 because he doesn't have a throwing arm.
What's the way
Are you listening to yourself?
But wait. What's the way his brother always say? But wait, there's more.
Right.
Last year was his most attempts.
Wow.
His most passing attempt, 472.
Yeah,
And
I
he
don't
had
believe that.
now again, to Bishop's point, Bishop might have skipped over that part to get to this part. He rushed the ball 120 times. That's running back type numbers, guy. That's a backup running back running the ball 120 damn times. I always say this, you guys are the football gurus. I'm just a Jets fan, but I just happen to pull up his numbers.
But at
that
the
is
end of
a
the
lot.
day, last year,
guys.
the Giants was 9-7-1, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Their record?
Yes, 9-7-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any predictions? I know Dominique's a Jets fan. I know there's 3 Giant fans in the building right now. Are there any predictions?
Yes.
Well, wait a minute. When you say 3 Giants fans, is Art a Giants fan today? Like what's going on?
No, he's talking about you, Reggie, and himself.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
All right.
He's a Buffalo Bills fan. Let's
Time
get it
out.
right.
Time out.
He's a
He's
Buffalo
making
Bills
He just threw some
fan.
shade
We
at
already
me.
know.
Making sure
He
he wasn't.
he represents the other red, blue, and white team.
Exactly.
Hold on.
Yo, at least everything is New York based, though.
There you go. Exactly. He just threw some shade at me. He
Well,
was like,
wait a minute. That is the only New York-based team. Let's get it
Really? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that play in New York.
Right. Well, to me,
Wow,
what'll
that's the
happen
truth.
this season? What'll happen this season is you got the running back who's got a chip on his shoulder because they didn't pay him.
Yes,
my boy.
And he's been the bread and butter of the offense for the last 3 seasons, even getting unnecessarily hurt because we didn't have anything else.
Yes.
So now you also have the fact that teams are going to be prepared for Daniel Jones running out of the pocket. They're going to be more prepared for that. Last season, they were like, yeah, if he runs, fine. He's not going to beat us running. You know what I'm saying? He's not like he's explosive like that, where he's going to be killing us with 30 yards. And you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's explosive like that. So I think this year teams will be more prepared. So I suspect, and I got to agree with R with the tougher schedule. Tougher schedule that the Giants are going to face.
Right.
If they finish at 500, that would be a success for them.
Yeah.
And I'm a Giants fan.
Yeah.
If they finish at
500,
if they finish at 500,
that's a downgrade from what they did last year. Then
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's because teams will be
Exactly.
prepared. Teams are going to be prepared
tougher
for
schedule.
him running
tougher
out the
schedule.
pocket.
now, Bishop, I really thought you was preaching when you were talking about Saquon just now. You was preaching.
Yeah.
I think that the Giants, coaches, head coach, are smart enough to come up with a game plan for those defenses that are going to like what you said about Daniel Jones. That's going to game plan for Daniel Jones. That's going to stop that run for Daniel Jones. I think Dable and his crew is smart enough to come up with a game plan.
Are they really? Are they?
I believe so. I think Dable is one of the best young head coaches in the NFL. I believe that.
So when we only had Saquon Barkley as the offense, and teams said, you know what, we're not allowing Saquon to get off. We're not allowing them to get off. So they jammed up their hole. They made sure that they hit him behind the line. They just, there's nothing for you here. There's nothing for you here. And then we were losing games like 7-4. We were losing games like 10-7. It's like, so now, only thing I got to do is make sure that I stop that run from Saquon and make sure that when Daniel Jones runs out of that pocket, we knock the stew out of him. And then what are we going to do? Now you got to get back to being the quarterback.
But now they have a big target too. One of the biggest targets.
You got to be able to throw.
Since my man that shot himself in the leg.
You got to be able to throw. You got to be able
a
to
target
throw.
though.
But you got to be able to throw the ball. And he has not shown me. He has not shown me over any of these seasons that he's capable of reading the field and throwing the ball with any level of consistency.
Reggie Reg is simmering over there in the corner.
So how many
so
times have you watched them play? How many times have you watched the Giants play, and you see Daniel Jones throwing that ball, and you don't know, like, he's like where's he throwing that ball to? Like, where's it going? Like, there's no way he's overthrowing the receiver. There's no way that he was going to catch that.
No, I totally agree with you. And Angus knows, because me and Angus would be texting each other back and forth on Facebook where I'm totally upset. Right. So I'm not going to debate you on that, on Daniel Jones, his accuracy, inaccuracy, how he throws the ball. I'm not going to debate you on that. But I'm saying with Wilder, with Saquon, with the coaching staff, I'm saying 11-6.
Ooh. Question for you, Giant fans. At 27 years old, my boy, my fellow alum, 295 carries.
Oh, Penn State.
That's how many carries Barkley had last year. 295 carries. Now, he had 1,300 yards, but it's 290. That's close to 300 carries. Is that good for a guy? I mean, again, he's only 27, but we also know the longevity rate of NFL running backs is 300 carries.
It may be good for him. Honestly, Dom, yeah, he is. It might be good for him now at 27 years old and whatnot.
He'll be 27 in February when the season is over.
He'll be 27.
Over. Yeah.
Right. He'll be 27 in February. So he's 26, right? So he'll be 26 still during the season, obviously.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, again, that 300 carries will be good for him now, being 26 years old. But my thing is the effect of the punishing hits that he's going to take from those 300 carries. Is that going to have an effect later on? And when I say later on, I'm not even talking like down the line. I'm talking about the next year.
Yeah. Right. Now, I will say this.
You know what I mean?
So I don't know how many people watched him at Penn State. He had 57 receptions last year. He is a hell of a receiver. Remember, I don't know how many of y'all watched him at Penn State. He was running back, a receiver, a punt returner. He did damn near everything for Penn State.
Yes, he did.
I think maybe if they cut back on some of his rushes and maybe used him out the flat more, would not only save him, but maybe give the Giants a little more explosion on offense. Because he's a hell of a receiver, guys. Y'all know, y'all are Giant fans. Y'all have watched him for about 5 years now, minus the injury. He's a hell of a wide receiver, guys.
But this is why I said you have three. He has. But he's got three. That's what I'm saying. Dude, as much as he's as what happened, I think this. I don't know what's up with this Wi-Fi, guys.
You freeze it up.
I'm gonna try to fix it.
It froze up.
Yeah, you know what? It froze up. Let me see if I could do something real quick. Yeah, let me see if I can do something real quick.
Like every season, it's been like, there's no offensive line. He doesn't have anybody to throw to. This and that. Like every season, there's some kind of excuse. It's like the bar is so low right now.
That's not an excuse. It's a fact, bro.
The bar is so low right now that it's like, if he doesn't throw interceptions, it's a successful season. If he doesn't,
has somebody. He can't have an excuse this year because he has someone to throw.
If he doesn't get sacked and turn the ball over, because it's like, you standing back there in the pocket holding the ball for 5, 10, 15 seconds, and it's like you can't expect your offensive line. You got to get rid of that ball.
And like you said, Bishop, I think Saquon, because Saquon got 1 year, 10.5, right? I think Saquon is going to have a monster year. I think he's just one of those type of individuals that no matter what environment he's in, he's always gonna have something to prove. So
he's that good.
Yeah,
he's that good.
Like
problem he's gonna face is,
and I know. I mean, we all know the running back position has been devalued over the years, and how that happened, I don't get it. Why it's happening, I don't get it. But Saquon is different, and I'm not saying that because because I'm a Giants fan. And you just see what this this young man can do. Like Dominic said to his point when he was in Penn State, he was a monster.
And that's the one thing when it comes to Barkley that I got to try to separate myself from, because I don't dislike the Giants because I'm a Jet fan. I do not do that. But I look at like what Reggie's saying, their offensive line. Now imagine, what did y'all say their record was last year? 11-7.
No, 9-7-1.
Okay, 9-7-1. Right, stay with that, guys. 9-7-1, and Reggie's theory of no offensive line. Right. Reggie believes in they need a better offensive line. So if they got a better offensive line, is Daniel Jones going to throw more than 15 touchdowns and 5 interceptions? Maybe, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Will Saquon Barkley rush for more than 1,300 yards? This is what they did last year, guys, without an offensive line. Now, like Reggie's saying, if they upgraded their offensive line, wow. I ain't going to say sky's the limit because let's be honest, they're in the NFC East, which could be the NFC least at any minute. But I don't know, guys. I think if like what Reggie's saying, because again, I watched them last year. I think the thorn in their side was their offensive line. And again, they still had a good record.
Right.
Now, give them the offensive line. I'm saying, is Barkley going to run for more than 1,300 yards? Hell yes, in my opinion.
Right.
Not because he's a Penn State guy. Because he's just that damn good. You put somebody that damn good behind an offensive line and with an extra game. Remember, guys, now they're playing 17 games. Will Daniel Jones's 15 touchdowns increase because now he got a receiver, as Du would say, and he has a better line to sit back there, and he don't have to run 150 times. Remember, in a quarterback, when they say he had 150 rushes, some of those was he's running for his life. He ain't just, decide to do a bootleg and run. No, he's running for his damn life.
At least 75 of them was him running for his life.
Right. Exactly. So if you give him a line, as Reggie says, and again, I'm not that knee deep into the Giants, so I don't know what they did to improve their offensive line. I'm just looking at two guys.
Yeah, so
well, didn't they sign somebody or draft one of these kids? I think Thomas and no, they didn't. I guess I'm wrong.
So can I ask you a question? If you look at all the good quarterbacks in the NFL, all of the decent ones and the good ones, how long does it take for them to get rid of that ball?
2 seconds. 2 to 3 seconds.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. That ball is gone.
Gone.
Yeah,
it's gone. Whether it's a short pass, whether it's a long pass, it's gone. Now the really good ones, they scramble and do the stuff, and they can let it fly. How many times have you seen Daniel Jones let it fly in his 4 years or 5 years that he's been in the NFL? How many times have you ever seen him let it fly? How many times have you ever seen him read the field, scramble, and catch somebody on a run, where it's only them that could catch the ball?
I mean,
how many times?
Can I piggyback off that question? I'm going to piggyback off that question. All right. Tell me the receivers that they had. I'll wait.
Again, you had Eli Manning
answer the question.
With 5 to 10 yard passes to nobodies. You got receivers 5 to 10 yards. 5 to 10 yards, consistent. Yo, dude, you holding the ball.
They have receivers that couldn't get open. You can't throw a 3-second pass to a receiver that's not open.
5 to 10
if they don't have the ability.
I don't know.
They don't have the ability to get open.
Because he can't throw.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
But he had again, guys, not to cut nobody up. He had 3,300 yards passing.
Okay, maybe it's me. And my eyes.
I'm just asking.
Eyes are lying to me. Hold on, Don. My eyes are lying to me. I've seen guys like Slayton. I've seen guys like what's that other kid? Shepard. Is it Shepard?
Yes.
When he's on the field, I've seen these cats.
Exactly.
I've seen these cats they've caught some deep balls here and there. I did see. I'm not gonna lie to you, but that's just me.
3,300 yards. 3,300 yards. He wasn't.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
It's nothing to sneeze at.
Ball to himself. What I'm getting at, guys, is what Du says about their record. Some of the upgrades in wide receiver, a healthy Saquon Barkley. You would think we're going to elevate a little bit from last year. Now, to Reggie's point, if you don't have no offensive line, which the Jets are suffering with right now, if any of y'all been watching Hard Knocks, whatever they call that show,
Yeah.
That's what they're struggling with is their offensive line. And you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. Let's not get it twisted. We're not going to debate that. I don't care if you don't like the way Aaron Rodgers looks, talks, smells. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
so he could
doubt.
probably do with not the greatest offensive line in the league, but he still needs an offensive line.
For sure.
With all the weapons the Jets have, he still needs an offensive line. Or his ass might be looking up at the lights half the game.
Right.
He is 38 years old.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
You know. I'm just saying, when you look at Daniel Jones' numbers, guys, with all the missing pieces that everybody say, damn, man. I mean, I'm not saying he's the next coming to Johnny Unitas, but shit, we're overlooking 3,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions, and a QBR of 96.
And I think it's the beauty of football is that if the Giants have, if the rest of the team around the Giants are really good, those type of teams in football, in the game of football, does do really well. Those type of, I've seen those type of teams go to the Super Bowl. You know, like with an average quarterback, but a great team.
Now, again, you Giants fans, ask yourself the question: as good as Philly played last year, and we got to give them credit, as good as can they duplicate that? Is there room for a little downslide? I think they lost their offensive coordinator.
Philly's tough.
What I'm saying is, can they maintain what they did? Are they going to be that good again?
And just
wiggle room,
and just to get Jalen Hurts for a minute, I'm really starting to feel like Jalen Hurts is being disrespected. Like for real, like he like it's little things in being said in the media where like this kid ain't really getting the credit for the type of year. Like he's not like he should like you should hear about Jalen Hurts.
He got paid.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's a big part of it. He could be saying, "I don't care what you're saying about me in the media, as long as you're giving me my bank, right?"
I mean, really.
Right.
So yeah,
but I'm saying, guys, it's hard, and y'all know. Again, I always say this, and Dave gets mad and he says, "Oh, you'll say you don't know football, but you guys know more than me." It's hard to duplicate a season like that.
It is.
We've seen it a million times, guys. We've seen it with the Giants. The Giants were playoff or bust. They'd go to the Super Bowl and then have 20 years of under 500 record.
Right.
We've seen this before. One slip of the wrist, one ankle turn, one broken arm. And this is the NFL. Two injuries put you under the Giants.
Exactly.
I would say the Giants did get better. You understand? So even though they have a quote unquote tougher schedule, you understand? I think they got better where they can compete with that tougher schedule.
We'll see.
Remember, guys, 2 games. They got to play 2 games against everybody in their division. That's I don't care how tough their schedule got.
Philly,
that's
Dallas, and
given.
Washington.
And look at and me and Angus was just talking about like just a little earlier. Going back to Jalen Hurts, I think Philly's going to be tough. Like when, I think Philly is going to be like.
Philly's a tough out. Philly's a tough out.
And tell me if I'm wrong, Angus.
Yeah.
Did San Francisco expect Trey Lance to be Jalen Hurts, what Jalen Hurts is right now?
Possibly, quite possibly.
Did y'all talk about that yet?
No, we
didn't touch that one yet.
Yeah, quite possibly. It's quite possible, brother. I mean,
I don't think so. I think they took a flyer. I mean, I guess you're going to talk about Lance, but and it happens, guys. Come on. Tim Tebow was probably one of the greatest college quarterbacks. He just wasn't a good NFL quarterback. This guy, Trey Lance, remember, guys, they took a flyer on him. And all day long, they must have knew what y'all was going to be talking about, because all day long on every channel, they were talking about, like, and how many players the 49ers passed over by taking him.
Right, exactly.
And
so now, again, he's a third-string quarterback right now. Maybe that was maybe that's what he was, guys. He wasn't a Heisman Trophy winner.
But
did he win a national championship?
Is that bad talent evaluation though? Because he was not supposed to be a third string quarterback, right?
Maybe so, dude.
You gotta
hold up.
You gotta take into account. You gotta take into account when these dudes in college and the NFL this is way different. Like
different
things.
It's
like you got guys who are fucking 350 pounds that are faster than you. That are coming at you. That are coming at you, right? That are coming at you, and they want to kill you. You know what I'm saying? And you got a bunch of them. It's like, yo, you dodged this one, but you got 3 more on the other side, and they only getting bigger and faster every single year. They're just getting bigger and faster. So it's like it's tough.
The Jets seem to have all of them.
Yeah.
On defense. The Jets have these guys playing defensive line that are running the 40 like 4-4.
Exactly.
310 pounds. Yep. But back to Trey Lance, guys, like I said, did he win a Heisman? Not that I know of. Did he win a national championship?
No.
Not that I know of.
No.
So, again, Drew said, Drew might have said it haphazardly, but poor evaluation.
Yeah.
Or marketing.
Maybe.
Because what happens is this ESPN and all these sportscasters, they all start, jockeying and being like, oh, yeah, this kid's going to be this kid's going to be that. And then that gets their stock up. It's like Johnny Manziel. Some of these other guys, it's like, yo, they start jockeying them. Tim Tebow came out with like so much accolades and so forth. And it's like, yo, dude. Like,
now, let's not forget, though, Bishop, again, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, they played on good college teams, and I think they both won a Heisman.
Right.
So it wasn't like Drew was saying bad judgment. These guys won a Heisman, and if you're going to go by what First Take, ESPN, and Fox is saying, then you know what? Fire all your player evaluators. Fire every one of your talent evaluators, and just watch ESPN. Let them make the draft for you. No, your team has to evaluate. I just think they made a mistake, guys.
But that's a big mistake.
That's
exactly. Yes.
That's a mistake that gets you fired, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because now, like, if I was the GM, I'd be like, hold up. I did bring in Purdy, right?
Yeah, right.
If I'm trying to protect my job, I'm like, hold up. I know I messed up on Lance, but I did bring in Purdy, right?
By accident.
But hold up. Is Purdy really proven? I mean, is Purdy Jeremy Lin?
He consistent. No, I'm saying he consistent. He was consistent. Yeah, he was consistent. He was consistent in the fact that, even when he was hurt, it was like, he's still our starting quarterback.
I gotta give
Bishop. Jeremy Lin was consistent.
No, I'm saying when he was hurt, they said, when he was hurt, didn't he hurt his elbow in the playoffs?
Yes, he did.
And he hurt his throwing arm, his elbow in the playoffs, and they were like, we still going with him. We don't care. We still going with him. It's like,
I mean, he played lights out, but I'm trying to remember another quarterback that played lights out, replacing somebody else for a short period of time.
Tom Brady.
But they really wasn't that dude.
Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe.
Tom was that dude, right?
We didn't know that. He was the.
We didn't know that until Bledsoe went down, bro.
We didn't know that.
Purdy.
Come on, guys. We all watched Drew Bledsoe.
Yep.
When Drew Bledsoe got hurt, most Patriot fans were like,
"Oh man,
we got this 1,000 pick coming in to replace Drew Bledsoe."
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
But you know what? What's crazy about that is that if Drew Bledsoe never got hurt,
we don't know.
Would there have been a Tom Brady? Right.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Right.
It could have been Drew. It could have been Drew. Aaron Rodgers behind Favre. You remember Favre just couldn't get out of his own way, so Aaron Rodgers had to sit. But as soon as Aaron Rodgers got on that field, he was Aaron Rodgers. Let's keep it right. I'm not saying it because he's a Jet now. He was a Packer all them years.
Same thing with Pat Mahomes, right? With
when he came in, but I think Pat Mahomes only sat for like 5 minutes.
But for some reason, when Pat Mahomes was sitting, like Dominic said, for the 5 minutes he was sitting, they knew Pat Mahomes was special.
Pat Mahomes,
right?
Yeah, they knew he was special.
Right.
But By no means. I know we're not saying Purdy is Tom Brady. By no means.
No, not at all.
But what's his
Absolutely.
pedigree? What's
I
Purdy's
don't know.
pedigree?
Yeah, they put in Trey Lance as the third string, got Sam Darnold as the second. But is Purdy really proven, or did he just have a good stretch like Jeremy Lin?
But he was playing. But I'm saying he was playing good football when it counted. Like he was playing good football in the playoffs. He was playing like solid football in the playoffs when it really mattered, to the point where they were like, "Yo, we don't care if his elbow is hurt. We don't care. He's showing up better than anybody else that we have here. So we willing to ride out with him." And it's like, what's his pedigree? Like, does he come from a line of quarterbacks? I don't know. But I just know
him.
He looked really poised. He looked really poised out there. It wasn't like it was just like a fly by the seat of his pants. Like, I'm just gonna let it fly, and my receivers are just catching. No, he was playing with poise. He looked like he was in control out there. Dudes were followed. They were running the plays. He was executing. So it's like, I don't know what his pedigree is as far as like, is his father a quarterback or whatever the situation is. But it's just like, I don't know if what's the name, Donald. I don't know if he's better than the other dude.
But it's gotta be.
But I don't think so. It's disrespectful.
It goes back to what I was saying.
It's disrespectful to Trey.
No, I don't think so. I think it's. Oops.
Let me just add.
Wait a minute. Look what Bishop just said about Purdy.
Right.
It took half the 49ers organization to get hurt, including the general manager, the quarterback, the hot dog vendor, for this kid to come out of nowhere and say, "Hey guys, I could play too."
Right.
So I just think they made a oops when it comes to Lance, guys. It happens.
It
really does. As a matter of fact, it happened with the Jets a couple of times. And guess who? The backup quarterback was one of the Jets' oops. Wilson was a oops. And they were drafted higher than him. They were drafted higher than Lance.
Dominic, just real quick. You don't think the Jets, pardon me. I would have gave up on Zach Wilson too for Rodgers. But
I will say this.
Do you think they gave up on him too soon?
Right. He's going to get better, though. He is going to get better playing behind, which he should have had a chance to do. He should have had a chance to play behind at least a semi-season quarterback. The Jets, who were going nowhere, getting their heads handed to them week out, going to throw this poor kid out there. Not defending him.
I hope not.
But I'll tell you what. He's going to become 100 times better sitting and watching and playing behind Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to be given the opportunity Aaron Rodgers was given. But Aaron Rodgers had to sit and watch this son of a bitch that didn't want to get out nobody's way. Brett Favre. He didn't want to get out the way.
But look,
but when he did,
I remember a time that's how quarterbacks were groomed. You set 2-3, right? 2-3 seasons, right? 3 seasons.
Rodgers sat longer than that, guy.
He did.
He did. He sat until he was ready to collect Social Security. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing he did what he did, guys.
You know, it's gonna
for like to me,
it's gonna be amazing to see this progression of this Wilson kid under the tutelage of Rodgers. Because again, Dom, I hear what you're saying about him learning from Aaron and all that. That sounds good, but honestly, I don't really think that kid has it. I don't think he has it.
We'll find out, Ar.
He played good in the preseason. He played good in the preseason.
He's doing pretty good in the preseason. We'll find out. But again, the Jets took
that's the preseason.
Right,
that's
but
preseason.
I think the whole point.
We know he ain't going to get no burn in the season.
The Jets took a bigger flyer on Darno and Wilson than the 49ers took on Lance. It didn't work out for the Jets. And just might not have worked out for the 49ers. We can't sit here and play.
Honestly, I don't even think this guy's going to be on the 49ers. I think
he's going to
be going. You don't think so?
No, I'm saying I'm with you. He ain't gonna be on that team.
No, he's not gonna be on that team.
When they played, when San Francisco played Kansas City, and Purdy was going up against what's the name? Yo, you don't think he looked solid? It's just that they fell apart. Like he got hurt. You don't think he looked solid?
Who, Purdy?
Purdy did look solid. I just think he might be Jeremy Lin, man.
But you can't like to me it's kind of like, yo, you playing against one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and you pretty much
he wasn't playing against Mahomes. He was playing against Kansas City's Swiss cheese defense. Stop it.
Yeah. Dude, he held his own. He held his own. I'm just saying he held his own.
Now, I will say this, guys. Did the 49ers learn a lesson? With all the injuries they had, should they hang on to Trey Lance just for that insurance policy that gave Purdy a chance to get in there? Remember, everybody under the sun got hurt for Purdy.
I remember.
It ain't like one guy got hurt.
No. I remember.
Quarterback rotation.
The whole depth chart got wiped out. It was ridiculous.
And all of a sudden, Rodney raised his hand and was like, yo, I can play quarterback.
Because at the start of the season, if San Francisco comes out with Purdy and Purdy craps the bed,
I think they're too good of a team.
Heads are going to roll.
I think they're too good of a team.
That also, didn't they get like that receiver from the Panthers? Didn't they get who did they get from the Panthers? San Francisco.
Let me see.
I think he wore 13 on the Panthers.
The workhorse, the white dude, that the white receiver.
Oh, he's a running back.
A running back. That
McCaffrey.
Yeah. So he was a big target. And he helped them out a lot too, because he had somebody to throw it to, somebody who knew how to get open, knew how to find the open spots, and Purdy was hitting them. So it was like, okay, well, you showing a level of consistency here. So are you saying Trey Lance could do the same thing?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying Trey Lance could do that. No, I'm not saying.
Yeah, because
I can't even answer that. So
I'm just saying, guys, that this guy came off the scrap heap, and again, Bishop makes a good point. He had decent receivers. He had Sambo, whatever his name is, that came from the Falcons.
Debo.
Debo, yeah, excuse me. Debo. He had him. He had McCaffrey. And you know what? You know what McCaffrey reminds me of? Why the hell ain't the Giants using Barkley like that?
Boom.
They both did the same thing in college. He did it in Sanford. Barkley did it in Penn State. Remember, McCaffrey and Barkley were mirror images of each other. Running backs, receivers, punt returners. They did the same exact thing. And I think they was in college around the same time.
Get that
they were mirror images of each other.
Get that 10-yard pass, running for an extra 12
and he's
yards.
Gone. He's gone.
Yeah, running for an extra 12 yards.
Yeah. He's gone. We watched him in Charlotte.
Yep.
Bishop. So we've seen his first few years in Carolina. On a shitty team like that, you throw him a screen pass for 5 yards and 35 yards later, and he's running over people as little as he is. He was knocking people on their ass.
Right.
I ain't got to fight that big line. I'm only fighting these little dudes out here.
Yeah. By the time he got all the way out there, he done blew by the linemen and the linebackers. He only had safeties and cornerbacks.
Right.
And let's be honest, say what you want about McCaffrey, his couple of injuries, just like Barkley. But I'll tell you what, when McCaffrey hit your ass, he hit your ass. He hit you.
Because
remember, back in the day, you had a quarterback that was knocking people on their ass in Cam Newton, and you had a little 5'5" running back knocking people on their ass. They was fun to watch for a minute. I mean, but why ain't the Giants using Barkley like McCaffrey?
Because they don't
They're
have
mirror images of each other.
Because they ain't got nobody to throw.
You don't gotta throw that. You just,
dude. I just said a while ago.
5 to 10 yard pass. A 5 to 10 yard pass.
Let me tell you something. He could do that. You got not just one, not two, but you got 3 freaking safety valves. One is the guy you just imported from the Rangers. The second guy is your tight end, who was very impressive last year. And the third guy is Barkley. You got 3 safety valves. Why can't he utilize for
We'll
as
see.
great. Hold on, for as great as an offensive mind that this guy Brian Dable has, he's got to utilize that. You got to utilize it. Period.
We'll see. We'll see.
And again, I got to take off by Barkley, Penn State. I'm just giving an example. Barkley and McCaffrey were the same exact, minus the color. They were the same exact player in college, and McCaffrey's still doing it in the NFL. Why ain't Barkley doing it? The Giants got a good young coach. I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother that's been in the Giant organization has watched the highlight or two of Saquon Barkley at Penn State. You had to. That's where you got him from. So I'm pretty sure you would go back and say, how did R play at Penn State?
Right.
Let me take a look.
There you go.
Again, guys, I don't know how many of y'all watched them at Penn State. I happen to watch all their games.
Okay.
But shit, come on, man. You can't tell me a player better than him back then.
Right.
I don't know who won the Heismans, but he should have won one of them. I'm just being honest. The guy was a threat, a three-tier threat.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Well, with that being said, let's I know DU you had told me that you don't watch baseball like that. I listen, I get it. I understand completely, but we're gonna move on in this lane briefly. Did you guys hear about this?
Today.
You heard about this?
Today.
Okay. I was going through some stuff online and I came across this with the Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers were in discussions to send star first baseman Peter Alonso to Milwaukee. And I was like, wait a minute. I get the fact that you guys want to do like a kind of rebuild, kind of retool, whatnot, by getting rid of Verlander and getting rid of Max Scherzer. I get that. But to just even consider trading a stud, a guy like this, I'm like, you guys are giving up way too fast. It concerns me. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, because I wish I had David on it, because David is a big-time Met fan. But it concerns
Mets doing that shit.
little inside joke there. but again, it kind of bothered me. I'm not a Met fan. Trust me, I'm not, despite what Bishop may say or think. I'm not a Met fan. Okay, I wish them well, but I'm not a Met fan. But I'm just saying, for you to even consider that, that's kind of troubling for me. You're giving up too easy. You're willing to part with probably your best asset on the team.
What? It's the Mets, though. What do you expect?
That's your usual answer.
Right.
Now, can I throw a little caveat in there real quick?
Oh,
I'm not going to have too much to say.
Word of the day, caveat.
About baseball here. I haven't watched the Mets or the Yankees. Like, I really start watching baseball around this time of the year, right?
Okay.
Like, because it's a long season.
Yes.
Now, I grew up in my household. It was blasphemous to be a Yankees fan.
Oh, you're from Queens?
Really? To be honest, I live on the borderline of Brooklyn and Queens. I go around the corner, I'm in Queens.
Okay.
In front of my house is Brooklyn.
Right.
So it's blasphemous to be a Yankees fan in my household, but I like the Yankees as well, right?
Okay.
I kind of rebelled in that regard. I think they're getting rid of Verlander and Alonso and the other guy that you mentioned, Angus, because they suck. Right? Like that's why I haven't watched baseball. Like Yankees losing 8 in a row, Mets, they suck. Right? Well, so is it just the question I want to ask, is it that thing of like, hey, we suck and we starting from scratch, we rebuilding? Is it that? I think that's the case.
Well, how many times have they done that? They have new ownership.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Not with the Mets.
My thing is it's too early for that. You just own a team for like 2 years, no more than 3 years, whatever the case may be, and already I can understand getting rid of the veterans. Okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? They're overpriced. They're up there in age. I can understand that. But a young stud who's just coming into his own now,
Reg,
and you're willing to get rid of that?
Reg, can you repeat that statement that you made earlier? Can you repeat that statement that you made earlier about Mets? What? Mets doing
Met shit.
I said it 2 weeks. I said it 2 weeks ago. I don't think so, guys. Not this time. Not this time. I don't even. I'll tell you what. I don't even believe that story. I hate hearing stuff like this at the 25th hour.
Right.
You know, the Knicks were going to trade R. Jones, but you know, it's like going back to you was grandfathered into being a Met fan. I know you were. Somewhere along your lineage of your family, they were Brooklyn Dodger fans. You're way back when your family were Brooklyn Dodger fans.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this, guys. This is history. Most Brooklyn Dodger fans, of course, hated the Yankees because the Yankees always kicked ass in the World Series. So when the Mets came back to New York, Giant fans were so pissed off because they moved the Dodgers, first of all. Now they can't root for the Yankees. Like, it's like me being from the Bronx rooting for the Mets. Not going to happen. But a lot of your family and people back in the 40s and 50s and 60s, that's how they became, especially 62, that's how they became Met fans. The Brooklyn Dodgers, they were Dodger fans. The Dodgers left at the 12th hour. They had nothing to hold on to. Here comes these other. You do know, again, I don't want to give a history. You do know why the Yankees, the Mets wear orange and blue, right? The blue to represent the Dodgers, the orange to represent the Dodgers. I mean, the Giants.
Okay.
That's how they came up with the colors. This is historically proven. But this time, guys, and I said this 2 weeks ago, I think the Mets did the right thing. They weren't going to get rid of Alonso. This is some after breakfast bullshit story. They got rid of who they had to get rid of.
Right.
They got rid of who they. Come on, guys.
I hear you.
Whether you hate the Mets or not, let's be honest. The owner said. The owner woke up. I said this 2 weeks ago. The owner woke up one morning and said, like Trey Land, "Oh shit, I made a mistake. I got to rewrite this wrong. I'm gonna get rid of these two senior citizens." And guess what? During their exit interview, the Mets got the most highly touted minor league player whose brother is going to be the MVP this year, and this kid is going to be starting at third base for the Mets next year. So you got rid of two senior citizens. And you get the Sequino kid, and what do we got to bitch about? That ain't the Mets metting. The Mets metting would have been, they would have held on to Scherzer and Verlander and said, let's ride this shit out. No, they ain't do that this time. They was like, yo, you got to go. We appreciated your 10 minutes.
That would be
you had your cup of coffee. Now get the hell out of here. They did good. They won. They won.
That when he broke that down. They won.
They didn't win this year, but they won in the long run. And that's what the Mets never did. The Mets never thought 2 steps ahead.
And again,
be honest, guys.
I agree with you, Dom. When you said it before, during the times those trades went down, I was on board with what you said. No question.
They won, guys. They won.
Hold on. No. Stay on the subject, but off the subject a little bit. I wonder why Dave didn't show up to the show tonight.
Because he didn't believe that story. Dave's a real Met fan. He didn't believe that.
Oh, no. It goes deeper than the story.
Nah, he had some stuff to take care of. He had some stuff to take care of, some personal stuff.
You know what happened in the chat.
What happened?
Hey, Bishop.
I didn't keep up with y'all today.
Bishop was going to get him tonight.
Oh, please.
No. Bishop, man, Dave ain't like Bishop. Bishop will show up with a body armor on just to fuck with you. Dave's still gonna come. Dave's still gonna come back, Dave.
All day long.
Bishop's
I'm like,
coming with body armor, helmets, goggles. No.
Yo, as soon as David put that text out, I was like, oh, here we go.
Here
it is.
Yeah.
Here it is. It's coming. And just like that train is never late. Train is never late. I was like,
remember, guys, I'm always telling y'all, a lot of times I don't respond because I'm in my car.
Right.
Now, this time I was fortunate. I was in my car by myself. So I see the name pop up. I hit the screen, and it talks to me while I'm driving.
Right.
I'm sitting there saying, oh, shit. And then when I heard something, the first thing I thought was, fuck, I know Bishop's going to say something. Next thing you know, whichever one of y'all was texting, your name comes up. Bishop, in the group. In the group, Bishop. Right. I said, in the group, Bishop. I turned the volume up. I said, oh, shit, this is going to go on forever.
Here we go.
They don't want this motherfucker.
Here we go.
Then he's going to try to twist it around and be like, oh, I was just saying that the thing was like, yeah, all right, dude.
Now I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. It's not that I always protect Bishop, but y'all got to think about something. Bishop hardly ever starts anything. I
What?
said this the other day.
Exactly.
But when you invite him in,
Yeah, exactly.
stop.
Wait a minute.
He ain't grabbing the rope and giving it back. That ain't happening. No. When I saw Bishop's name on my screen, I was like, I got 40 minutes of this shit. Here we go.
You need to stop. You need to stop. Right now, you are hypnotized. That's
I'm just saying, no.
You
think
are
about
officially
it.
hypnotized.
Tell the truth, Red.
No.
Tell the truth,
Dave
Red.
throws out a lot of rope.
Yeah,
a lot.
Bishop will be at work, not bothering nobody.
Exactly.
And y'all will say something that you know is going to spark this son of a bitch. And all of a sudden, I'm telling you guys, when I heard the Texas, I'm like, Bishop's going to say something.
No.
He's going to say something.
No.
Next thing you know, what's the next name I see come on my
totally
screen?
disagree.
Bishop said, I'm like,
every time we get on the subject of basketball, your man, the Bishop, will hurl his favorite line to me, talking about Brooklyn, want to bring it up and start his nonsense. So I'm not even trying to hear that.
But he does that after y'all invite him in.
Oh my God!
Exactly.
You ever hear about leaving a sleeping
Wait.
Exactly.
Bishop did say something about some money or something. I said, didn't R say something about Ben Simmons being comeback player of the year?
Comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
And so what?
So what? Really?
Hey, really? Bishop needs some more money.
In a perfect world, Bishop would grow up one day and say, I'm going to leave him alone. But he ain't doing. We just talked about this 2 weeks ago. That y'all throw Bishop the rope and y'all think he's going to give it back? Get out of here.
All right. Well, let me throw
Never.
Let me throw this out there. Let me throw this out there real quick. Okay. In other baseball news, how do you guys feel about the Mets retiring Darryl Strawberry and Doc Gooden's numbers?
Wow.
Next season.
I would pause on well-deserved, but
what? Okay.
Well-deserved,
okay.
I guess.
Well, look who's here.
My ears were ringing.
Yankee fan.
Yes.
My ears were ringing.
Welcome to the fray, sir. It's good to see you.
Good to see you all.
Here we go.
I was hearing a little BS. I thought
Yeah.
I thought this was the Republican debate.
Did you hear the blasphemy?
I heard some of it. I just got off of another Zoom. I had to emergency Zoom. I had to jump on, and then all of a sudden I started hearing someone defending Bishop and talking about being thrown out. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, let me hurry up and get on here.
Come on,
Dave. They went back to y'all's text today.
Oh, okay.
And again,
which text
I'm telling R, I'm in my car. So I'm not answering back, but I'm hearing all this shit verbally. And I heard a couple, and all of a sudden I said, oh, shit, Bishop's going to say something. The next name to come on my screen in the car, Bishop said, I was like, it's over. They done woke him up like they always do. Here we
go.
Here we go.
The text he's talking about is the one where you the off day 5 Yankees won.
No, I was just sharing some funny things that I saw in the
okay.
Wow.
You and R poking the bear. Come on. We got it.
Come on. You got to admit that
it was funny.
Right? It was funny, right? I thought I would brighten my brother's day up by sharing some humor.
And right away, the hate came. It didn't even take 5 minutes.
And what did y'all expect? I told the guys last night, Bishop was on one of the podcasts with us last night. Speaking of the Yankees, I always do my did you know. If the Yankees would have lost yesterday, they would have lost 10 in a row.
Yes, they would have.
Do you know when's the last time the Yankees lost 10 in a row?
18-something.
110 years ago.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that.
110 years ago.
Well, you know how it is.
There's some
watch
teams
the
that
Yankees.
lost 10 in a row twice this year.
So
the Yankees, you see history. You know,
when's the last time the Mets lost 10 in a row?
You see, but this is
the problem. Here we go.
This is where I start.
Is this what you said?
Where I start.
Is this what you said? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You broke up. I'm sorry.
Pick a year except for 1986.
When's the last time the Mets lost 10 in a row? Is that what you said?
But you see,
pick a year other than 1986.
Why is it a team that talks about their 27 championships worrying about what the Mets record was? Why is that always whenever somebody points out anything negative about the Yankees, then all of a sudden it becomes the defense is, well, the Mets this, the Mets that. You shouldn't be worried about that. Worry about your own history.
All right. So now
I will say that.
At least we have history.
That's right. And you got enough of it not to worry about the Mets history.
Check this out, brother.
Dom, you see somebody has a master's degree in deflection. They have a master's degree.
Oh, wow.
Can the Mets celebrate retiring Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry's numbers?
Yeah, let's get back to that.
They passing out 8 balls.
Wow. Okay. So are you telling me that they were in recovery when they were with the Yankees?
No, I meant 8-ball jackets. I meant 8-ball jackets.
No. You see. You see, all I'm saying is that the Yankees are short sensitive people. They're very sensitive people. If you're not throwing
wait a minute, hold on.
Let's throw them a parade. Let's throw them a parade of the Canyon of Heroes just because, so that Yankee fans will feel good about themselves. And then
so how did you feel about Strawberry and Dwight being on the Yankees? How did you feel about that?
I wasn't happy about it, but I wasn't stressed about it. At this
point, just
I was just happy to see that they were doing okay.
Right.
I liked them. I mean, I grew up. I'm a year younger than Doc, and so I was coming of age as they were coming of age, and I'm sorry that they didn't have longer and better careers with the Mets. But as people, I was happy for them. And actually, I rooted for the '96 team.
Yeah, I will say this, guys. I don't think, take Strawberry out of it, he was a good ball player. But I think when you talk about the old quote from the movie A Bronx Tale, when the kid's on the bus with his father, De Niro, and he said, "There's nothing worse than wasted talent."
Right.
That always comes to mind when I see Dwight Gooden. This guy was going to be better than Sandy Koufax, Don Drysdale. I mean, the list kept. I mean, you look at some of the things I posted recently on this day. A couple of them with Dwight Gooden, first player ever to have 200 strikeouts his first 2 years. He won 100 games faster than anybody, including Sandy Koufax, Cy Young, all of these dudes, man.
Yeah,
Dwight Gooden was on a projection that this kid would have won 360 games.
It's a shame.
Numerous Cy Young.
It's a shame. It's an absolute shame.
When these two guys first burst on the scene here in New York, let me tell you something. I know Met fans were like blissful, beyond blissful. Okay, because we seen the reports, and when they played up to these reports. You understand what I'm saying? They did not let you down whatsoever. They very rarely let you down. You understand what I'm saying? I remember I was excited because I was in a car listening to the Mets games, on the radio. Just that brought me back. I was like, wow.
You remember the big billboard in Times Square, the Dr. K?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
I mean, that was a heck of a time. But as I got older, and I guess at this age that I am now, I look at more from the human aspect of it. Yeah, I'm a sports fan. I'm a Mets fan, and what could have been, and all of that stuff. Ooh. But looking at the fact that we're it's a blessing that they are both still here.
Right, especially good.
I mean, they, a lot of stuff that they went through, and yes, especially Doc.
Yeah.
So
I got his book.
I'd like to celebrate. Yeah, I got the thing, Dom, that you remember. You told me about it. I bought the Dr. K print. Yeah. So I'm just grateful that they are here.
Right.
But look,
and you know what, Daryl kind of got his life together lot. Long time before Dwight. Actually, he tried to get Dwight Gooden
to
come down to his facility in Florida.
Yeah.
And Dwight, again, Dwight was that typical, I'm the last to know, which was kind of bizarre after all those years. And like Dave said, thank God. Hopefully he stays clean and see his number go up in the rafters. And because I'll tell you, I'm serious, guys. 1985, I was home on leave. My mother had cancer. She was doing surgery. And my friend calls me, Dom, I got tickets to the Met game tonight. This kid is pitching. What kid? Now I'm in Germany for like a year and a half. What kid? That kid, I know you heard about that kid, Dwight Gooden. Yeah, I heard about him. Oh, he's pitching tonight. All right. He picks me up. We go to Shea Stadium. Guys, I sat there and watched this shit. I was like, what the fuck? There's a very rare occasion, guys, you hear about somebody being that good.
Yeah.
You happen to go to the game and they're that good.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, who is this kid?
Exactly.
Dom, that's that Dwight Gooden guy.
Exactly.
I'm like,
electric.
So then what happens? My next year, I'm still in Germany. The Mets win the World Series, 1986. Remember? The game I always tell you all about, me watching the World Series at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Getting dressed in the ninth inning to go to work.
There you go.
And there's Dwight Gooden. There's Strawberry. I'm like, wow. This fucking guy was that good.
They were that good at that time.
Especially Gooden, guys.
Reg, we were
nothing against Strawberry.
We were in high school.
Yeah, but it was just unfortunate.
We were juniors. Yes, we were.
Yeah, I was
they were in an era where crack and cocaine was heavy. Right?
Very much so. Very much so.
They weren't the only players, addicted.
Kevin Mitchell.
What was the pitcher's? What was that pitcher's name? Hal. Remember that
Steve
guy?
Howe.
I forgot his
Steve
name.
Howe.
Oh, yes.
How many times did he get suspended for cocaine?
Steve Howe. Yep, that's right. That's
How many times did he get suspended?
And you know what? That's coming off of the late 70s. Remember, Keith Hernandez was caught up with all that.
This is true.
In St. Louis.
You're right.
You're right. The thing, the crazy thing.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Yep. The crazy thing is that when Doc was at his peak, we didn't know. At least I didn't know as a Met fan that there were issues. The first indicator, actually, that there was a problem and it was still kind of covered up was when they won the World Series.
The parade.
I was at the parade, and everybody was looking for Doc. That's right. And that's where he was. The story came out later. You know, we heard, he overslept, all these things, but then the story came out later. But that was the first hiccup. That we realized, maybe something's not right. And even
he probably was there with Michael Ray.
I remember that.
You bring up a good point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who had a bigger problem than Major League Baseball back
then?
Yeah. The NBA.
Right.
Remember?
The NBA,
the NBA was totally out of control.
Gosh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sugar.
So in other words, what you're trying to say is the last time that the Mets won a championship.
Here we go.
We were all wearing Lee jeans. We were all
absolutely. You see that? Dom, you see that?
Patches.
Patches. See that? Yeah. See that? Nothing but positivity. Nothing but positivity. And then here we go.
In name belts.
Name belts.
Let me throw something. Can I throw something out there?
Now why do you think that?
Smoking cool cigarettes.
Go ahead.
Can I throw something out there?
And drinking grape soda.
Can I throw something out there which they're gonna hate and they've heard me say before?
And wear lottos.
Okay. So
lottos.
And as a Yankee fan, I'm saying the following. With King Hal and Brian the fuck up as your lead management team and whatnot. Gee, this seems eerily familiar. Will you guys be saying the same thing like Cowboy fans go through?
Yeah.
So all this teasing about the Mets, you guys can easily fall into that toilet as well.
So
once
again,
that's right.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I got that part. But once again, you're trying to make that analogy between the Yankees and the Cowboys.
No,
in the same sentence.
I did.
In the same sentence.
You're right. I did.
Because
it can happen.
It can happen. I love you, man.
Yeah, I love you as well. But it can happen.
You know what I said last time when I came on late? Me and Dave was like, why didn't you say, and in that homeless situation, you keep doing this with him. You still don't get it.
No.
Me and Dave were throwing you bones. Let's move on to the homeless situation in Midtown Manhattan. No, what did you do? You kept going.
And I'm going to keep going.
So to your point, Dom, I was sitting dormant, and then people like to poke, and people like to throw gasoline and gaslight.
Let me tell you something.
Here's the fuse. Light it.
You might have been dormant, but it doesn't mean that you were innocent.
Exactly. Thank you.
You sit there and you throw your stuff. Bishop throws his stuff out there, and then he goes to sleep.
Right.
And then when the rest of us wake up and we comment, then all of a sudden, I was minding my business. I was just asleep.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
residual. All this is coming back at you.
So in '86, I was wearing
Do
chains. I had a name belt. I had a name belt. You remember those silver name belts?
Absolutely.
I had a silver name belt. I had lottos, and we used to exchange leaf patches. Like we would rip off the leaf patches.
All right.
And that was the last time.
Army, man.
That was the last time that the Mets were relevant.
And the last time that the Yankees won, the freshmen this year were born. My ninth graders were born. So they don't know anything about Yankees winning either.
Oh,
and as I said, the further away that you get,
they don't know anything about the Mets winning.
They don't know a lot about a lot of stuff.
They don't know a lot about
a lot of stuff.
But the point.
Don't try to change up, bro.
The point is still true. They don't know either. So all of this, eventually, you're going to sound like the old man reminiscing. Exactly. I remember back in the day when the Yankees were this and
like
that.
a Mets fan, like a Mets fan.
Right. Well, join the club. Join the club.
Did y'all hear about that guy in the Angels that hurt his arm?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you trying to change the subject now?
Dom is trying to move us away from here into.
I want to get to the home. I want to get to the homeless situation in Midtown.
Oh Lord, exactly.
Oh my God,
we're getting there.
God.
We're getting there.
It's not pretty. It's not pretty.
It ain't pretty. In other baseball news, man. Let me move on from this. Los Angeles Angels two-way star Shohei Ohtani is UCL's injury, and the impact it's going to have. Yo, first of all, what's with this team? They are just they can't get out of their own way. You got Mike Trout, arguably the best player in Major League Baseball. You rush him back from his injury. Rush him back. Get him out there. The next day he's injured again. I don't know the timetable of his injury. But he's injured. I've looked at the number of games this guy has played the last 4 years. Only once out of the past 4 years, including this one, where he's gone over 100 games.
Yeah.
And that monumental contract he signed is not looking too good as of late.
Yep. Yeah. And arguably still with injuries on top of that, arguably still the best player in baseball.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
For sure.
Unbelievable.
It's like you have him and Ohtani that's like 1 and 2 at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I think the only thing that's going to hurt this kid, he needs to stop pitching because somebody's still going to give him $500 million this year.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Angels or somebody else, somebody's going to give him a $500 million contract
for sure.
Probably the first one in baseball history.
Yep.
I just think he needs to. Somebody brought up a good point today. Maybe go to the bullpen. Maybe be a closer where you only got to pitch 1 inning, maybe 4 batters once in a blue moon.
Right.
If you're so adamant on still pitching, I personally, baseball guy, would think just stop pitching.
Right.
Be a DH.
Yeah.
Be a great hitter, and leave this, imitation Babe Ruth shit behind.
Right.
And because remember, Babe Ruth didn't really become Babe Ruth till he stopped pitching.
Right.
That's true.
Let's not get it twisted.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So let's leave the pitching alone. He's a hell of a player, guys. I mean, come on.
Is.
And you know what?
I didn't
even notice till today. He's already had Tommy John surgery once.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot what year that was.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
2019.
Yep. There you go.
So I mean, come on. Sooner or later, the handwriting's on the wall. Again, he's a great hitter. I don't know what position he plays. I've never seen him play the field except pitcher. But who cares? They got the DH in both leagues now.
Right.
So
Right.
he could be the DH wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But let the pitching go, man. Just let it go.
I think that'd be best for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he could still go out there and hit to this day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But as far as the whole pitching, it's not going to happen.
Because guess what? He keeps hurting his right elbow. And guess what? He's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
So what arm is generating most of his action? His right arm, right?
Right arm.
Left-handed. Come on, guys. Back in the days, they said because the Mets and a lot of teams do this, they protect their players. Ohtani, whatever his name is, Shohei, he's a rarity. Like back in the day, Dwight Gooden was a hell of a hitter, but he was a left-handed hitter coming up. When him and Sheffield were playing ball in Florida, he was a left-handed hitter. The Mets decided we're going to protect our investment. We're not going to have that arm facing the pitcher. So I'm going to bat him right-handed. He still was a good hitter.
Yeah, he was.
But he wasn't a right-handed hitter. He was actually a left-handed hitter. And again, that arm of Ohtani is facing the pitcher. And he's a hitter. That's your go-to arm as a hitter. Let him go, man. Get your money and move on. That's all.
I mean, but how crazy, he can get $500 million, maybe even $600 million.
He's gonna get at least $500 million.
At least.
That's
crazy.
That's insane.
Crazy. That's just serious, guys. I don't want to get off the subject, but
but that's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane. But again, if I were him, I would not re-sign with the Angels because that team just does not have it together. What they have no plan.
Yeah.
You got the two. Again, arguably the two best players in Major League Baseball.
You
can't even get to the freaking playoffs.
You can't get out your own way.
Come on now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even resign. I'd rather sign with the Mets.
You think he's going to come to the? He's going to go to the Yankees, and Reg is going to pick up. Reggie's going to pick him up from the airport in his brand new truck.
About that truck. That was a nice picture. I like that.
Here we go.
That was a nice picture.
Now. See,
here we go.
Right? Y'all doing it again. Don't blame Bishop. Don't blame my boy Bishop. Y'all doing it again. Stay on track, guys. Stay on track.
Hell yeah.
I don't think he's going to come to New York. I think it'll go to the Dodgers, the Giants.
Yeah, I can see the Dodgers.
Oh, wait.
I can definitely see the Dodgers.
Boy, that's pure porch in right field. The Yankees at whatever field it is.
Again, guys. I think without pissing Bishop off, and I'm a Yankee fan. I think that lure is gone, guys. I'm serious. I don't mean to sound like that. I am a Yankee fan. I'm from the Bronx, the whole 9 yards. But I think that lure is.
Say it ain't so.
No,
so wait a minute.
Thinking,
what do you mean? What do you mean by that exactly?
We need more money.
Listen to this. What did I say a few weeks ago? A few shows ago. Right-handed, the short porch and right field.
Yeah.
Yankees got one left-handed hitter.
Right.
Yeah.
He couldn't get out his way half the season, and then he ended up getting hurt. You had one left-handed bat in your lineup. Rizzo.
Yep.
He gets hurt. Again, that lure of Manny Machado's a free agent. He's definitely coming to New York. To me, that was step one. It was him and who's the crazy kid with the hair and all that shit played for
who Tatis?
Harper.
Harper. I thought you were talking about
when Harper and Machado went their ways, I was like, shit normally don't happen, man.
Yeah, they usually
everybody running to come to the Yankees. Harper, left-handed hitter.
Right.
Short porch. He got to come to the Yankees. Come on, man. It's the Yankees.
You would think so.
But again, there go that lure. That lure, guys. And again, I'm a Yankee fan. When we had this conversation in 3 years, Dave, we're going to be talking about high school seniors that never seen the Yankees win a World Series. Yeah. High school seniors. So you think somebody's just going to run?
The Yankees.
I don't think so, guys. I think that's over.
The Yankees are going to have a seance, and we're going to bring back the ghost of George Steinbrenner.
They
need to do.
Or bring back the old.
We got to do something because these two idiots got to go, bro.
Yeah.
Bring back the old.
And listen. I joke around with you guys, but all seriously,
I ain't joking here though.
Though I think this is whatever's happening over there is bad for baseball because the Major League Baseball without the Yankees really contending,
right?
For legit contenders. I mean, I like parity in some cases, but
and it's not like it's not like the urban legend of the NBA can't be nothing without the Knicks. The NBA already proved The NBA has proved that they have moved on. Let's be honest, we're probably all Knicks fans.
Yeah,
the NBA said we can't wait on the Knicks to get this shit together.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on, and they did. They did very well.
But nothing's gonna happen with the Knicks until this dude's house, bro.
Yeah,
the Yankees are a little different, as Dave would say. That's not only Yankee history, guys. Again, y'all know I'm a big baseball fan. That's not just Yankee history. That's baseball history, man.
Baseball history.
When the year 2000 came around, the Yankees were in business for 77 years because they became the Yankees in 1923. So that's not counting the whole 1900 to 2000. But from the year 1900 to the year 2000, the Yankees averaged winning the World Series every 4 years. Because at that time, they had 25 World Series.
Right.
Do the math, pretty easy. 25 times 4, 100 years.
Yeah. And they had 8 teams.
Yeah. But now you look back, and again, guys, it had to be 4 or 5 years ago. Again, I keep thinking about Manny Machado and then Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody, like we always do when a free agent's available. Matter of fact, guys, we've known each other that long. We was talking about this shit when it happened. When they decided, when Machado said San Diego, I was like, what the fuck's in San Diego? Was it in the zoo? You know, he likes animals. He's going to go to the zoo.
Right. That was it.
Yep.
And then Bryce Harper goes to Philly.
Phillies.
Right down I-95.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Come on.
But
I was done after that. I was like, something ain't right.
So Dominic, you think the allure of the Yankees getting the best player is finished?
Yes. They have to get it back somehow, some way. But right now, just do the math, guys. I'm trying to spell it out. Who is the last big free agent we got?
They go
Garrett Cole.
They're going to spend that $500 million to get him.
Garrett Cole.
They're going to spend that $500 million to get him.
And how old is Ohtani?
29.
Ohtani's like, is he that old?
Yeah, I think
I don't think I don't think so. I thought he was younger than that.
Keep going. I think he's 29, but keep going.
Okay. I'm just saying, man, like, yo, bro. The Yankees, you could be correct. The Lord could be gone. You know?
We've seen it, guys. Again, come on, guys. 4 years ago, I knew you, I knew Dave, I knew Reggie, I knew Chandler.
Yep.
And I didn't even really know Bishop back then.
Right.
And what happened, guys? We all sat on the line. Not Bishop. Chandler was worse than Bishop. Let's keep it a buck.
Right.
That's why he's no longer with us. Hopefully he's still alive, but
hopefully
he was worse than Bishop. Let's just keep it a buck. But we all thought the same thing, guys. Oh shit! Next, you know the Yankees are gonna get Machado, man. They're gonna go from A-Rod playing third to Machado playing third, and Bryce Harper playing right field. And where did they? I'm telling you, man. Not only did the San Diego thing piss me off, Harper went right down I-95 to Philly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really.
The Phillies.
I gotta tell you, and this is gonna sound crazy as usual, but I feel sorry for the fans. I really do. I do too. I really do because they and just that game I was at just recently. Oh my God.
Oh,
2 hits.
I didn't want to say nothing to you, are
2 hits. That's why I didn't put any pictures. Like, now freak this. I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? That game against the Red Sox, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" 2 hits, 1 a home run by Judge, and the people they were so desperate for anything to happen. And I don't even know this kid that was playing. I'd never heard this guy.
It was his first game.
Was it his first
game?
His
name. It was his first game up from the minors. I forgot his name.
Right.
He's supposed to be a stud. He's one of the best players in the minor league. I forgot his name.
I didn't see any of it that game. That's for damn sure. Because he was sporting like a batting average below the Mendoza line.
I told you, Ohtani's 29 years old.
You're right,
29. Okay.
Exactly.
Yep.
You understand? But again, I was
he
at
just
this
turned
park.
29 in July.
Again, I was at this park, man. Yo, it was disgusting, dude. The look of this disappointment on the faces of all the fans. A lot of us
was it a good crowd, Was there
the atmosphere? Yeah, the atmosphere
that was Red Sox, right?
Yeah. The atmosphere, the atmosphere was very lively. I'm not gonna lie.
That hasn't been a rivalry since 2004.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you honestly, like we had a lot of enemies. You know what I'm saying? We're in there, Boston gear. And stuff like that.
It's the same way. It's the same way in Fenway. I've been to Fenway with Yankee players.
Yeah.
It's the same way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it was a good time. But again, we were more concerned with entertaining ourselves and interacting with each other than watching the game because it was boring.
Bring back the days when they used to fight in the stands. They don't do that
right
anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what's missing. The old Yankee Stadium. I before they tore it down, I took my son to a game at Yankee Stadium. I had to make sure that he got all of his vaccinations first, and then we went to Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
And I got, I wanted him to see, that historic.
What a real baseball team looked like.
No, he had definitely seen a real baseball team before.
There he goes.
Here I am giving my props to Yankee Stadium and the history and all that. Not this new place that I haven't been to yet, but
right.
Citi Field is beautiful though.
I heard. I gotta go.
Yes, I gotta go too.
I'm running behind,
I'm playing.
All right, I gotta pick you up, and we gotta go out.
No doubt.
You gotta tell me when. I'm falling behind, guys.
Okay.
I fell behind.
We can bring Bishop, and he can find one of those nice cushy seats to sleep in.
Wow.
Never stop. Y'all fucking learn. Exactly. Y'all like that little kid that your mother told you don't touch the socket.
Yeah.
Until she had to slap the hell out of you.
That's us.
I told you 100 times, right? We're all from New York. We all had violent mothers. Come on, don't try to hide.
You already know.
If your mother told you something twice, you was getting your ass whooped.
Exactly.
Keep it real. That's y'all. That's you and Dave.
Exactly.
Didn't I tell you?
I can see the knots on your head from here.
There you go. Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
Let's get into this one.
All right.
Why is he got to be a clown, bro?
Oh, he's a clown. He's a no-show in the biggest game. They talk about Ben Simmons, but go ahead. I'll bring that up later.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they talk about Ben Simmons. Remember when Ben Simmons went south? And we'll pick up on that after.
Okay.
I'm going to just say this now. Joel Embiid is out of there.
He's out of there.
He's out of there, bro.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean,
I guess that process is over.
Yep, exactly, Dave. The process is the last one.
I intend to agree with you, to you honestly. I mean, I don't see this whole situation with Harden, for one, has been horrible. You know what I'm saying? Clown. It's a big, totally agree. Clown and a half. Okay. He's been a big distraction. Besides, when you take away him, you have just the guy Maxey, who I love as a player. I love that dude. I think he's it. But that's really about it. I mean, at least for me, I'm not a follower of the 76ers, but that's Tobias Harris. All right. Exactly.
Role player.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it for them. So I think that he's gonna win out and deservedly so. The thing is, where does he go? Because there's so many.
Now here's the thing. Bishop said New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody put New York in the mix, but when you talk about a team that still has that allure, right? It's the Los Angeles Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers have a history up until this day of getting the big prime time players.
And the big man, dude.
They got Shaq,
George Michael, Will Chamberlain,
all the big men, right? The White.
Yeah.
And they're going to get Embiid. And they're going to get Embiid.
You know what?
And then what happened?
You know what I think he might land up? I think he might land up in Toronto because they got that African connection in Toronto.
No way.
And Josiah Ujiri, he always seemed to be able to pull a rabbit out of a hat. And
look,
they got pieces there.
If I spent I can't remember how many seasons now, right? With the dysfunction in Philly, right? It's dysfunctional.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to Toronto. I'm gonna go to the Knicks.
I mean,
I'm gonna go to the Nets. No, I'm not going to any of these teams. I'm going somewhere that has a history of winning. I know I can't go to Boston because they're not going to be able to afford Embiid.
Neither will LA. Neither will LA.
Now they'll be able to afford because LeBron by the time because Embiid still going to be in Philly this season, but by time Embiid goes to LA, this LeBron era going to be over. LeBron, Father Time's knocking on that door. I mean, he averaged 30 last year, but yeah, I think Father Time is catching up.
So where's AD going? Where's AD going?
Power forward.
That's true. They gave AD some money.
Right.
They gave AD some money. But you know what? Who would you rather? Who would you rather have, Embiid or AD?
Not even that. What is
prone?
No. What you say? Both injury prone. But yes. Okay, but who would you rather have?
Right. You could have them both because the biggest knock on Anthony Davis was he don't want to play center. He wants to play power forward.
Power forward.
No.
Now, you don't have that.
More like
no more.
shooting guard, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They both want to be shooting guards. Stop it.
Well, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Is that the game's fault? Is that the game's fault?
No, it's Embiid wanting to come off the curl at the 3-point line, pushing the guard out of the way so he can catch that ball off the flare screen and turn around and jack up a three.
My only question is, are we still blaming Doc Rivers?
No, it's not Doc Rivers' fault.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We can till next year.
Till next year.
Then we can move on. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We got to still hang on to what we got. But let's talk about Embiid. People talk about a choke artist. He ranks among the top. He's never come through in the big games. And I'll go back to, as I said, Ben Simmons not taking that dunk and throwing that pass. People forget to realize that during those two closeout games, fucking Embiid averaged 15 points and 8 turnovers in both those turnout games.
And Gallinari, he was being guarded by Gallinari.
Yeah, 15 points and 8 turnovers in both games.
Yeah.
Bishop
made it sound like such a bad thing. Yeah. He's being guarded by Gallinari.
Wow. Gallinari is not a defender.
No.
What did he do?
I get it.
It's
just the way you said it.
You had two more closeout games this year.
Right.
You're up 3-2. Again, you're up 3-2. You disappeared in both them games. You joined the James Harden club.
Wow.
This ain't the first time you've done it.
How
this guy
dare
has
you?
been known to disappear.
Matter
of fact, guys, come on. Tell me.
He's
how
not wrong.
How the hell did the Atlanta Hawks beat the Sixers to go to the conference finals?
Doc Rivers.
Joel Embiid fell apart again.
He's on the floor more than he's actually playing, laying on the floor, wallowing on the floor.
Every time I turn around, he was on the floor.
On the floor.
Doc
I'm like,
Rivers'
you're the biggest dude on the court. You're the biggest. They got John Collins guarding you.
Yeah,
John Collins guarding you, and you wallowing around on the floor, looking
Marcus
around
Smart.
at the referee. Ridiculous.
Yeah, remember that? Marcus Smart was guarding him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy is not clutch, fellas. Say what you want. He basically politicked his way.
He's a bum.
With a host of others and get the MVP.
Red,
you know?
you just call him a bum?
He's a bum. He's a bum.
I didn't say he's a bum.
The MVP of the league last season. You just called the MVP of the league a bum.
Let's not go there.
Look, Red.
We didn't already have that discussion.
Honestly.
We had that discussion. Nope. I'm not touching that one. Nope. I'm not touching that one. I ruptured my Achilles twice. I'm not touching it.
If you called me a bum, I would not be upset because I ain't played ball in years.
Okay.
But you just called the MVP of the league.
It's a bum.
We know how he got MVP.
It's a bum.
He didn't deserve MVP.
He played.
That became a political. It was almost like James Harden. You remember, again, guys, going back to when I first met y'all, when James Harden and his crew was politicking for him to win MVP for about 3 years until he finally won one. Same thing Dominic, you're not going to sit here and tell me Joe is better left-handed than Joel Embiid is right-handed. He should have won the MVP again.
The Joker should have won an MVP again.
Again. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And he proved it in the finals. He proved it in the playoffs, which you don't count. Remember, you don't count the playoffs. But he proved to you in the playoffs and in the finals that I'm the real MVP. While JoJo was holding his stomach, getting the bubble guts from eating too much and can't hit a clutch shot. Really? Come on.
Come
on. Ain't that many Philly cheesesteaks in the world.
But here's the thing. Like,
dude.
I can't, like, that's a good point. Joker being the MVP again. But to call this the MVP.
No,
I can't call Embiid a bum. That's jumping over the cliff. Like, yo,
he's a bum.
Hold on. Fisher, go ahead, Fisher.
First of all, when you start talking about politics of the MVP, did Steve Nash win the MVP back to back?
No,
was
exactly.
The best that the NBA had to offer? So the MVP has been politics driven since Steve Nash won it back to back. So when you say
got ugly this year,
when you say no, but I'm saying when you say Giannis is the best that the NBA had to offer back-to-back seasons, and he can't hit a damn free throw or 15-footer. And he can't hit a free throw or 15-footer. He's the best that the NBA had to offer. Then you say, okay, Joker won the MVP last year. Embiid, they had similar numbers, but what they started doing, the narrative that they started pushing was, oh, well, Joker is playing more games. I can't vote for somebody who's played X amount of games and so forth and so on. And that's when the media started hand jobbing everybody and saying you got to play a certain amount of games or else we're not going to give you the vote. No. Why do you even have a vote anyway? Why do you even have a vote?
It wasn't even close, bro.
That's where your commissioner bobblehead.
Right.
That's where he should have stepped in years ago. But no, Commissioner Bobblehead trying to get all of these fancy dog and pony show shit in the NBA instead of putting his foot down. But he finally did. Now you have to play. Check this out, guys. You have to at least play 65 games. Right. That means, you can miss 17 games. Right. You're still eligible for MVP, Rookie of the Year, whatever. You got to play at least 65 games. Right. That's his crowning achievement
Adam Silver,
as the commissioner.
Adam Silver is going to have another in-season tournament, but it's going to be a steel cage match to see who's going to be
Yo, we had a great conversation last night about this, and one of our friends, Mr. Live, he said we can't call it the in-season tournament. It's going to be the trophy is going to be the sippy cup. I was like, what the fuck is a sippy cup? It's a joke, man. Everything he does, guys, is geared around Wu-Tang Clan. Everything this commissioner does is geared around cash rules, everything around me. It made me think, guys. Sure. It made me think, is the NBA in that bad a shape?
It's not.
I'm asking
it's not.
It shouldn't be.
But
I don't think it is.
But why is he trying to break it?
Right, exactly.
I don't know.
If you look at the numbers, I'm a numbers guy. If you look at the numbers, some of these NBA finals have been the lowest rated. Some of these seasons have been the lowest rated. Revenue has been going down the last 3 to 4 years. Okay. But again, this don't fix the problem, guys. You don't have an in-season tournament and say, oh, shit, I'm going to root for the Knicks harder during these 3 games.
Yeah.
Right.
Because of what? You still have to play these 3 games.
Right.
So I'm going to root for the Knicks harder so they can win a sippy cup and you guys can have a fucking parade on the Canyon of Heroes.
This is like Dom. This is like the NBA's version of the Dundee Awards.
Exactly.
Come on, guys. Really? What is this guy doing?
Now, to his credit, the play-in games successful.
I guess
you don't think the play-ins were successful?
No, I'm one of those get off my lawn guys. I come to grip. Just stay off my damn lawn. Because what did the play-in do? It told Dave, we want you to bust your ass for 82 games, get within that top 8.
Yeah.
And we're finally, guys, think about this. Before the play-in tournament, we had finally got to the point, especially in the Eastern Conference, that all 8 teams were above or at 500.
Yeah.
Y'all remember, there was times 2 or 3 teams in the Eastern Conference went to the playoff with under 500 records. Yep. We finally rewrit that shit. And we got it to all 8 teams were at or above. And now you're going to say, oh, fuck that. Dave, excuse me. Dave, that don't count. We got these other 2 9 and 10 teams that they played pretty well the last 6 games of the season. So your 82-game season didn't mean jack.
Yeah.
Again,
Same
everything he's done, fellas. Everything he's done has been geared around money. I told you guys during COVID. I'll bring this up because Dave and R was with me. During COVID, nobody wanted to play basketball. People were dying from COVID. May 15th came. What happened on May 15th? The checks are going to stop. Oh, shit. Let's go to Orlando.
Yeah.
Remember that, guys? Remember?
Yeah.
Let's all go to Orlando. Yay, Disney.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody had the balls to say, hey, bobblehead, we ain't down for this shit, man. But they threw the money. They threw the money in their face.
Yeah.
Again, I go back to Wu-Tang Clan. Cash rules everything around. They threw that
Extreme.
money in their face. And, oh, shit, Dave, pack your bags, brother. We're going to Orlando. And we're going to sit in our room every day until it's time to play ball. That's his crowning achievement?
That's right.
Really?
And we're going to make sure that the strippers are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
nice.
The strippers are backstage.
And Jimmy Butler selling $25.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember that? Jimmy Butler selling $25 cups of coffee.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yo, Agus.
Yes, sir.
Yo, this is my first time on with David. Yo, Dominic and David is good. Dominic said, yo, get off my lawn. Like, yo, this is not. And David just said, yo, we gonna make sure the strippers is backstage. Yo,
let me tell you, you haven't been on the unhinged part of the program.
No.
This is
Untitled. Good night.
Exactly.
Unhinged program.
You haven't been on the unhinged section.
Again, if you told me that, because remember, and Bishop knows, we talked about this last night. I got to send you all that podcast from last night. It was comical, but it was great. You know, the players get $500,000.
Yep.
On the winning team, $500,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, how about you do this? Commissioner Bobblehead? Why don't you take that money, put it in a pot, and make League Pass $24.99? Now we all can watch every team in the NBA.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help you, because guess what's happening,
That's right.
guys? Because Commissioner Bobblehead don't got balls. What are we seeing every Tuesday night, every Friday night, every Thursday night, and every Sunday later on in the season? The same teams.
Yeah.
We're seeing the Lakers, Golden State, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Boston, Philly.
That's a good point. You want more people to watch the product.
Right.
I'm paying $200-something to see all this shit. So give me a break. Don't pay them. Give me $24.99.
That's right.
And let everybody get a chance. And then you won't be so shocked to know that the Denver Nuggets won the championship, because you had League Pass. You was able to watch them. You was able to see how good they've gotten in the last 3 years.
Right.
So this wasn't a fluke. But because the NBA keeps us in this little, like I said before, guys, about that system, we talked about, they keep you unhinged that you don't see nothing else. You don't know the Denver Nuggets. You wouldn't know the Denver Nuggets if they was playing in your backyard, Dave.
You got that
because the NBA ain't promoting them.
I mean, you gotta be like a real basketball fan to really know.
Exactly.
Right.
To know about the Denver Nuggets.
But that's
But
not where the numbers come from. Yeah.
So that pot is in the in-season tournament. That's $500,000 per man, right?
Per man.
Is it per man, Bishop?
Yes,
It's per man.
Yeah, per man.
Per man.
$500,000.
What they
$500,000 times 15.
Yeah, my suggestion was
they play well.
make that a mid-season tournament. Make that a mid-season tournament, so that and you make it so that the team still got to play those games, but you do it in the mid-season, so it'll help teams gauge. Okay, well, these teams that suck, they're not really going to be making any noise anyway, and they're not in the mid-season tournament. But it'll give you a gauge. If you close to another team, it'll give you a gauge to say, yo, we need to step up on this side. We need to do this, in preparation for the finals or in preparation for the playoffs. We're going to need to step up our defense, or we're going to need to step up our execution.
Yeah. So Bishop, if you win,
you get a
whatever team wins the midseason tournament, as Dominique said,
like
Dom said, they win the sippy cup.
Right.
Yeah, they win the Sippy Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they front loaded it. So
Right.
so everybody's starting off 0-0. They're going to this top tournament. But Bishop's
Oh, he froze.
Dave is frozen.
Dave froze up.
Yeah, he froze up. Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you my example. My example was instead of having the summer league, this way you're not interrupting the season. Instead of having the summer league, take your summer league, your rookies and your tryouts, send them to Orlando. Have your Sippy Cup championship in Vegas. This way you're not counting any games. Because guess what, guys? Like I said, if you're going to play 3 to 4 games in the season, those games count, right? So you have to play them games anyway. So what's the big deal? But if you do it before, or even like Bishop says, at halftime, but in Bishop's case, the games still count. In my case, you're doing this before the season. You know what? Now you don't got to worry about playing preseason games. This Sippy Cup championship will be your exhibition because they normally play, 4 or 5 games of exhibition basketball. They go back to training camp, and then the season starts. So you're not missing a beat, and you're not interrupting the season. Because, again, guys, what is your incentive? You had to play those 3 games anyway. I'm going to root for the Knicks harder because of what? A Sippy Cup?
No.
Yeah, right.
What Silverman needs?
That's not a chip. Like what are you gonna do? You're gonna eventually water down the chip, right?
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
If you're a GM, you're gonna get to go out because it's gonna be a front runner team that wins it. It's gonna be a team with a bunch of young players like Orlando or the Pelicans or somebody that win it. And then the GM can get David Griffin can come out and do his word salad and be like, yeah, so we just have to package, bottle that up. Our performance with the Sippy Cup, we just got to bottle that up and somehow translate it throughout the season so that we can execute and win the championship and so forth. Yeah.
No. What Silverman needs to do is take a page out of the WNBA. Regardless of conference, the best 16 teams in the playoffs.
You can't do that no more, Reg.
Why?
Because it ain't 8 teams no more. It's 10. So now we're gonna take the top 10 teams, top 20 teams.
It's the play-in. That means get rid of the play-in tournament.
Yeah, you ruined
that.
Exactly.
Get rid of the All-Star. Get rid of the All-Star and you use that as a mid-season.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been having some internet issues.
Yeah, but you can't use the WNBA as a model for anything.
No, for anything.
Just because
I think so. I think the teams will actually play harder. Hey, I'm
trying to watch games. They showing games on like Twitter. They showing games. Some games are not even televised. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, and it's like I said, okay, I'm gonna start trying to support this. I think the WNBA is just a tax write for the owners.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
You can't. I don't understand. Not to change the subject, I can never understand. I don't think any business in the history of businessism, as Cat Williams might say, can work in the red for 27 years and still be in existence. Right. Tell me a business that has worked in the red that long and still around. We just saw airlines go under with less than that.
Right.
Pan Am.
They've been in the red forever, guys. Forever.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
business is not business without profit. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I learned one thing I learned in school: the best way to show profit is to cut salary. The WNBA has done that because they don't pay shit anyway.
No.
They just don't draw nothing. They don't have no revenue. They don't have no fan attraction. People can say what they want on social media. Hey, Dave, power to the people. I'm watching the WNBA. I'm supporting them. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. They should have been gone like 10 years ago, guys. Exactly. At least 10 to 15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a nice try.
The reason why they're not gone is because it's NBA owners that own WNBA teams. So they're just using that to supplement the NBA revenue.
But you know what's sad? You do know that the WNBA and the NBA are not one.
Yeah.
They are not one. The NBA may support them behind some closed doors or some shit, but they are not one.
Right.
WNBA is actually out there on their own, which is another thing Commissioner Bobblehead should think about. All that extra money you're getting for these, what do we call it now, when you blow out the salary cap and you're paying the luxury tax?
Luxury tax.
Yeah,
Why can't you take some of that luxury tax and front it to the WNBA?
Why can't you take that money from that preseason, not preseason, in
Sippy
season
cup
tournament, Sippy cup, and give something to the WNBA?
Well, the thing that the owners don't want, they don't want to be making a profit on both sides. They don't want to be making a profit on both sides. So if they're making money, money in the NBA, then they got to show losses for the WNBA, so they can.
Bishop, they've been working in the red longer than the Mets haven't won a World Series.
There's a shot.
Just a shot, guys.
And that's a long time.
Yeah, think about that, guys. What organization in the business, in the history of business, has worked in the red for that long and is still around?
Well, the MTA here in New York will tell you that.
I know.
Oh, they big time lying.
Speaking of government, the United States Postal Service, they've been working in the red for 12 years.
Yeah.
Right. 12, not 27, but at least 12. Right. I did a study on that. I couldn't believe it. I actually interviewed people at the post office.
Wow.
Pissed off.
Yeah, and then they decide when they want to give you your mail.
Yeah.
I signed up for the notifications where they email me and they tell me what mail is coming.
Yeah, same here. I got that.
And then I'm like looking for it. Well, like where is it? And sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. The mailman decides, when they want to show up and not.
Thank God, guys. I'm gonna stop after this. I know I want. Thank God, one of the ladies I met at the post office, I did an interview, was from Harlem, right here in North Carolina. She was from Harlem, and I knew her before I did this. My gist was I was going in there. I don't know if you guys remember when USPS was thinking about no more Saturdays. They were going to be strictly Monday to Friday.
Right.
And so during this time, I said, hey, this would be a good thesis for school. Let me go talk to the people. I know them. I was like, hey, what do y'all think about? Some of them were, cordial. Homie from Harlem, of course. She was like, Dom, I think you're looking at this shit the wrong way. I'm like, whoa, there's people in the post office when I'm talking, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, Dom, I think you're looking at this shit the wrong way. Whoa. She said, I don't care what they do. They got to find a way to, one, protect us, give us timely raises, and stop being in the fucking red at this time. It was about 10 years. And there's people, man. I'm like, I'm trying to write notes. And I'm like, I curse a lot, but I think I have to skip over all this cursing shit. So when I got done, I pulled it to the side. I was like, oh, what's up? He said, you asked. I said, no, I really didn't ask that. You kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
She said, but write that shit. I was
she was just waiting for somebody to talk to.
Exactly.
I was like, okay. And she worked for the post office for at that time, this was 6 years ago. So she was working there for about 20 years.
Oh, yeah. She got an opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
She got an opinion.
But I actually added it to my story. My story was supposed to be about saving money Monday to Friday, blah, blah, blah. You got 5 But when I found that shit out, I'm like, yeah. But even they're not as bad as the WNBA.
No.
Take that for data. Write that down. Take that for data.
Maybe we could put the WNBA players on stamps and then somebody can lick them.
They got to can that shit.
They are already licking each other.
Okay.
See?
Oh my God.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, views and thoughts expressed by the bishop are not
the bishop.
No.
We do not share the same views and thoughts as the bishop, so please do not hold it against
I certainly
Untitled.
don't.
That bishop.
I certainly don't. That bishop is something else.
Yes, he is.
And she takes a yard.
So who will Joel Embiid be playing with this year? Is it going to be Harden? Is Harden still going to be on the team?
Of course he is.
Oh.
He might not have no choice.
Of course he is. Of course him and Morey gonna make up. He gonna be like, yo, because you remember they said he forewent like 15 million so they could sign some other guys or something like that. So maybe Morey said, yo, we give you that money back. But
no,
because
that ain't it. Y'all
played,
heard what the story was, right? It came mostly from Harden. That's why he got fined $100,000, not the Sixers. Mm-hmm. Y'all do know that, right? He got fined.
But see, that's confusing to me. What he got to find $100,000 for?
But here's what he said. Here's what he said that Daryl Morey said that led up to the Lion. That dude, we're gonna try to trade you as soon as possible.
Right.
That's coming from James Harden. We're gonna try to trade you. Key word is we're gonna try and trade you. Now, the Sixers come back to be, we tried. We didn't have no takers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That wouldn't be hard to believe. Who wants James Harden with his crying ass?
Right. Yeah. And the fact, like, and James Harden's just like an entitled star NBA player now, right? Like a big, a big baby.
Yeah.
Like, this guy that protected you your whole career.
Oh.
Now he's a liar. But then Commissioner Bobblehead steps in, right? His crew, and fines him $100,000 just for calling just for calling Morey a liar. That part I didn't. That's confused. It's something else. I'm confused on that. That's a hefty fine.
It was probably a backdoor deal or something.
But you can't. Again, come on. We're all grown men. If you're gonna buy a backdoor deal when we know everything is done in writing, but he's the one that came out. It wasn't no backdoor deal. Of, hey, Dave, take a $13 million pay cut, and I'm gonna give you 37 next year. It had nothing to do with money, according to James Harden. It had.
So Dom,
Dude said he's gonna trade me as soon as possible.
So Dom, Rex, if it was say if it was a backdoor deal, right? Shouldn't Morey be getting a more severe punishment?
But it wasn't.
Right?
According to James Harden, it wasn't. The only way you can consider it a backdoor deal is if there was money involved.
Right. So
was it money?
He had to backtrack it. He was emotional. He was being emotional about it. And when he said that Morey was a liar, then I started raising questions about a liar about what. And then the NBA said, okay, we warning you. We're warning you. This $100,000 fine was a warning. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and play ball like, because we don't need that kind of attention drawn to the league. We know backdoor deals are being made and so forth, but we don't need that kind of attention. So shut your mouth. It's 100,000 now. Next time it's going to be $500,000, then it's going to be $1 million or whatever. But it was an incentive for him to shut his mouth.
But can't you believe, guys, after all of this and after what he pulled in Houston, in Brooklyn, now in Philly, do you think teams are running and saying, "Hey, dude, we really want your man"?
Absolutely not.
Let me ask you this: what is it? What will it take to make James Harden happy?
Nothing. A strip joint in Atlanta. Trade him to Atlanta.
There you go. That might make him happy.
A full menu in the strip club of James Harden style wings.
There you go.
Next
to Lou Williams, exactly.
Yeah. Think about
it. I told you guys before, it's like there's a few guys in the league that don't really care about winning or losing. They're just fine with being a part of the league, getting paid, coming to the games dressed up, getting the attention and getting the marketing money or whatever. They care less about winning or losing championships. It's like I get my numbers, people know who I am. I could go to the club free, and I could hang out. You know what I'm saying? I get to fly on private jets and so forth. What do I care? I'm winning anyway. Like, what do I care about winning a championship?
That's a league problem for me.
Remember,
if Harden really wanted to win, he'd have stayed in Brooklyn.
Right. Remember this, guys. Before we go, what did he do in Houston? He came to training camp looking like the Michelin Man. They don't like me. I want out. What did they do? Again, this is what happens when this player empowerment shit goes beyond player empowerment. What did the Rockets do? They worked out a deal to trade him.
So So now
he's at the Nets for 5 minutes. He wants out of there. Who's there to save him? The same guy that saved them from OKC and Houston. Daryl Morey. Yeah. The same guy is in Philly now that says, hey, James, come home. I got you. And what did you do in Philly? I want out of Philly. Come on, guys. We're talking 3 teams in under 3 years. So Philly, who wants to trade for that?
2 teams in 1 season.
Yeah, and 3 teams in 3 years. Who wants to trade for that? You're going to give up assets for that when you don't know if he's going to fly next week?
Some team is going to get him.
I hope they get Utah.
I don't know.
He's going to go somewhere. He's right, man. He's going to go somewhere.
China.
He's going to go
Taiwan.
somewhere.
Go play with the White Howard somewhere.
He's going back to Philly.
He's going to play with an NBA team.
Yeah, Philadelphia.
But he's gonna play on an NBA team, and he's gonna baby himself out of the NBA. He's like after he plays with whatever team.
He could absolutely go.
I'm with Bishop.
He can go as far as concerned. Hey, I'm not keeping him.
He's gonna be in Philly.
He's gonna be in Philly.
The door is wide open.
He's gonna be in Philly. He's gonna play like how he's supposed to play. And everything is going to be forgotten because him and Daryl Morey, the 2 of those guys are weird. They're both weird. They're both weirdos.
That's their fault.
They're both weirdos.
So Sam Presti is looking like a genius right now, huh?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
How many draft picks are you going to stockpile? Yeah. It's like at some point, you got to start being good. You got like 100 first-round draft picks, and you still suck. And you get the first-round draft picks on your own, and you got all these so what's the goal here? It's like nobody wants to play in OKC. Nobody wants to play in OKC.
Nobody wants to play in OKC, but I guess they foreshadowed all of this. Like that year he played in the playoffs. They saw what they saw, and they got rid of him. They didn't even resign him.
They didn't want to pay them. They didn't want to pay all of them.
Kenny Rogers is trying to tell Presti, you got to know when to
hold him,
and you got to know when to fold.
Yep.
Forever.
I'm tired of him. He could, for all I care,
he took Danny Ainge forever to manipulate those picks he stole from the Nets.
Exactly.
To create a good team. It took him forever. He held on to all this bullshit. And you know what? At the end of the day, what did he really get? 2 good players, Brown and Tatum. But what have they won in 5 years?
I'm just tired of all these unhappy millionaires.
Give up an inch. And that's
millionaires. What you say, Dave?
I'm tired of all these unhappy millionaires.
You are 100% right.
Just imagine when the 2 of them were on the same team. When Kyrie and Harden were on the same team, and then you sprinkle in Princess Durant on the same team. It's like, there's no way. Like, these guys don't care about winning. These guys don't care about winning.
Who's worse, Harden or Kyrie?
They both are.
I think Harden is out of control.
Yeah, flip a coin. I don't know.
They're both.
I'll tell you what, Kyrie is more of a, and as strange as he is, I think he's a better ball player, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely a better ball player than Harden. And maybe being in Dallas, the great state of, maybe he'll. But you know what? Again, let me shut up because I talked about this 2 weeks ago. Who was the first one to jump and take Harden inside? Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And correcting people and saying that it's not disgruntled.
Yeah, let me stop. Yeah, it was Kyrie.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But they couldn't make that work. They got all this mouth, as Bishop would say, but they couldn't make that work.
And they all wanted to win. To win. They came to Brooklyn to win. KD in Golden State, the best possible situation that he could be in to win, but he comes to Brooklyn because he just wants to win. Kyrie, I just want to win. So I'm coming to Brooklyn to play. And James Harden, I don't want to play with these young guys. I want to win. So they all wound up in Brooklyn. All wound up in Brooklyn just because they wanted to win. And you got like all these rabid Brooklyn Novellas fans all riled up.
Here it comes.
Here we go. See,
you know what? Here's the irony of that. During this coup, with all of these 3 jamokes going to the Nets, in 5 minutes, the Knicks became a better team.
Boom.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Yeah. Who was it that said the Knicks should follow the Nets formula? I'm trying to think of
Somebody
on here
said it. Yeah.
said that they should follow
who was that?
who was that?
Some illogical.
All I'm gonna say it wasn't R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, who was that?
And they were.
See what I did there?
Yeah,
See what I did
you
there?
did there, Reg. I saw it. I saw it there.
I remember when somebody said that we should be following the Nets business model and this and that, blah blah blah.
But then again, before I go to bed, there was one guy on the line that said, "When was the last time before these three clowns any free agent went to Brooklyn?"
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And now who's gone there since then?
Yep. And now they've got Ben Simmons.
Yeah, the great Ben Simmons, who y'all know
who's going to be the comeback player of the year, mind you.
He's got that lawsuit, and he got that lawsuit. Y'all didn't hear about that lawsuit he's facing?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, he's facing a lawsuit. Nike and all the other sports apparel manufacturers are suing him not to wear shooting sleeves.
Nice. Nice.
You cannot wear a shooting sleeve.
Right.
You cannot wear shootings. You can't wear our product. You can't wear our product.
But
like I said,
I can honestly say this is going to be like an interesting winter.
Yeah.
In New York sports, the Knicks are going to be the Knicks are expected to be good. I'm excited about the Giants. Jets got Rodgers. I'm excited about them. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know about the Nets. Don't
worry about it. Don't worry about the Nets. Don't worry about the Nets. Ben Simmons, comeback player of the year.
They're affectionately known as
this guy here.
But I do like Cam, and I do like what's his name? Malachi. How you say? Bridges. McCall. I said Malachi. McCall Bridges.
But you know what?
One of the things that they need to understand is like Mikal Bridges is a 13-point night career average scorer. So if you putting up numbers on a bad team because they ain't really got nobody else, and people are like hypothesizing that you could be a star, if you were gonna be a star, you would have showed some signs when you were in Phoenix.
He couldn't.
Yeah, CP3 had Booker.
And he was too low on the pecking
Booker was
order,
Booker was hurt.
Right,
Booker was hurt. Booker was hurt for a long period of time, and so it's like, okay, so when you had your opportunity to shine, you still
and he did. He averaged about 18 points. He played 82 games 2 years in a row. Defensive.
So he went from 12. He went from 12 to 18.
Yeah, on a team where he was third to fourth in the pecking order.
Okay, so
he's a
so
good
you
player.
think he's gonna? So you think he's gonna be? So you think he's that next guy?
I think he could average 22 to 24.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. I got to give credit where credit is due. And you know what?
But
he's another one. He's another one, guys, that took the bullet for staying in college too long. God forbid we should get an education. There go the second irony about the Brooklyn Nets.
Right.
The good thing is there may be a champion coming out of the Barclays Center.
Yeah, the Liberty.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the WNBA.
That's right. That's right.
I got the Nets winning the Sippy Cup championship though.
It's gonna be
with the comeback player of the year.
Yeah, it's gonna be Orlando or the Pelicans.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Orlando or the Pelicans. I saw some
comeback player of the year
pictures of what's the name, Zion. It looked like he actually in shape.
What?
He looked like he actually in shape. Looked like
it was a filter.
Yo, look, I don't care what nobody say.
Here we go.
Zion is different. If Zion can stay healthy, like you could talk about Ja Morant all you want. You could talk about Luka. You could talk about all these other young stars. Zion is different.
But you know what they say, dude? If ifs and ands were pots and pans, the world would be a kitchen.
There you go.
Just saying.
I heard something today. Our boy Romero, DU. He said.
Yeah, what he say?
He said my aunt had balls. She'd be my uncle.
That's right.
Ifs and nuts for candy and nuts.
Yo.
We all have a Merry Christmas.
I mean, but
word
I understand. But if he can stay healthy, that's important.
Right.
Zion start giving us 65, 70 games consistently. That's a different animal.
I don't believe anything in the preseason because, as I told my good friends here, every year you saw Carmelo Anthony looking like iron. And 2 weeks in the season, he looked like the Michelin Man.
Yeah, it's true. And how about the Mitchell Robinson file?
Oh God! He made me give up on YouTube videos. I can't do it.
I saw the YouTube video. I saw the YouTube video of R.J. Barrett with the trainer with the jab step at him, and then him driving to the basket. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Like, what is this foolishness? Like, take this down. Like, I'm reporting this video. I'm reporting it. This is a suspicious video. It's a suspicious video, and I think it might be terrorist related. Report.
Well, I tell you, I really hope Zion. Me
too.
He's a good ball player, and I'd love to see him. If he can just stop putting that Popeye's chicken grease in his Gatorade bottle, then he'll be fine.
Exactly. Well,
and again, guys, I'm like this conversation when he got drafted. Oh shit! He's going with all that damn food.
Yep,
exactly.
If you've been to New Orleans, oh my gosh.
Well, no,
the food is great there, right?
It's not the food that's really the vice. It's not the food that's really the vice for him. It's all of the women that's the vice for him.
Right.
That goes with, goes with the food, Bishop, because he's taking them out to eat.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
That's
right.
True.
Well, I hate to say it, I said this the last time. If we did a show of Remember When, we'd have a ball.
Hell yeah.
Ball.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody's saying, oh man, if he goes to New York or Philly, can you imagine him in New York with all that pizza and cheesesteaks?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Away by now.
Wow, you guys are heaping, and you heaped a lot of praise for this guy. I'm not buying the hype. I still don't buy it.
Nope.
I still
you don't buy his hype, but you buy Ben Simmons?
Yeah, no. Hold on, Dave.
Hold up. I gotta understand. I gotta understand, Angus, real quick. You said you're not buying the hype on Zion?
That's right. I'm not buying it.
It's hard.
Okay.
It's hard.
I can't. Angus, you know it's a long season, right?
Yes, I do. And but here's the thing, like Dom said, all that preseason video and Listen, I'm not convinced. So until
Ben Simmons' video convinced you.
No, listen. Let me tell you something. I'm saying Ben is gonna win comeback player of the year. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even based on no video. That's
come back where? Back to the bench?
That's my gut feeling, Met fan.
Hey, Dom. Dom.
Ben Simmons.
Take a drink from me, Dom, after that statement. Take a drink from me.
I'm ready.
Ben Simmons is going to win best dress.
Thank God my outside was an elevator.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, no. AD got that on lock. AD got that on lock.
Give him that sippy cup trophy already.
You know what? I just want you to know this.
He's best dressed for sure.
I will be giving apologies when he wins.
This is the NBA, not the Special Olympics.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
I will be accepting apologies when it's all said and done.
You have now entered the unhinged portion of the show.
Okay. Like I said,
sorry, I can't do it no more.
That's okay. Listen,
can't do it,
I will fall on this sword alone, and I will be accepting.
Oh, you definitely will be on that sword alone.
Be accepting all of your apologies.
You are voted off the island, brother.
Hold it against you guys.
You will not
hold it. I will not.
You will not get an apology.
Remember
this group?
Yes,
from this group?
Oh,
Dave, remember this, Dave, because you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna put a disclaimer in there.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
I said that it could be possible. It might not be possible.
Right.
Well, I wasn't really saying. Yeah.
So is the sippy cup half full or half empty?
Okay, whatever.
I told you if he did. Yeah, okay.
If Zion plays 55 games, he's comeback player of the year. year. Easy.
He can't. He can't. You got to play at least 65 games to win any award.
That ain't happening.
Well, we know Ben Simmons is not going to do it.
Oh Lord. Okay, that's it.
What
all he wants.
Should I shoot it?
As long as he gets best dressed, he's satisfied. That's
cool.
AD
is going to have. AD is going to get best dressed by far.
Yeah. It's going to be a battle between the two of them.
No, Westbrook.
Oh gosh.
What?
Oh man.
Westbrook. At least Westbrook plays.
He makes his own clothes too.
Well,
it shows. It
shows.
shows.
God bless him.
Wow.
Either him or one of his children makes it.
God bless him.
No. He goes into a closet blindfolded and picks out.
Hey, that's my boy. I love him.
He absolutely does.
Gentlemen are the worst.
Absolutely does. He finds a perfectly good shirt.
You are the worst. The absolute worst.
A perfectly good blouse.
Yep.
Puts it on. Yeah.
Wow.
No comment. Oh man.
So DU, as Dave alluded to, welcome to the unhinged portion of the show.
Yeah. These guys.
This is it.
I see.
This is it.
I'm not even.
It usually happens in the first hour. It usually happens in the first hour, but nah.
No, I will say this. I will.
That's what it was.
If you ever come on again, I got Dave doing it. Me and R always come on before 8 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of the best shit we ever talk about is done in them 6-7 minutes.
Right. Exactly. Oh yeah, for sure.
Then we try to get
Then we try to get
no doubt.
Yeah, we try.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
man.
Well, now
That's the time when the host is the most honest.
Are you calling me a liar, sir?
That's when the truth comes out, Bishop.
Oh God.
The truth don't come out on camera. Got you.
Yeah.
So,
man.
We don't worry about getting canceled.
Whatever.
R must not have to work. Oh, you don't got to work tomorrow?
Nah.
It's 10:30.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, keep it going. Nobody got to go to bed.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
Do you know where your child is?
Right.
Do you know where your child is?
Miscellaneous. Okay.
He put miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. This could be
Part 2.
Your egg is crazy.
Part 2.
Dom, if he start talking about homeless, the homeless.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Go ahead, R.
Oh, you mean the migrants? Those people?
Yeah.
You mean
migrants? Pick on the migrants, and Dom is going to pick on the help centers from across the world.
No.
What are you talking about?
Here we go.
Dom was just awful last week.
I'm just saying. So more migrants have come to New York City, to this country. I've touched on this before, and a certain individual on here wanted to try to make me feel bad and all that stuff. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel bad at all. I said what I said. Said what I said, and I stand behind it. That's what I don't care. It could be wrong. It could be right. It could be indifferent. I'm sticking by what I said. And if I'm taking a page out of the MAGA playbook, then so be it. Don't give a fuck.
Where's Ronan? Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I said it.
But
okay.
You know what, R? We don't even have to go that far with this, because no matter what we say, it still don't help. It don't mean nothing. We don't even got to go back that far now. We go back. What was it, Reg? 2 weeks ago?
Yes, sir.
Last week. We had a show last week.
Last
week. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, it ain't gonna change. I would venture to say every time we have a new show, there's probably 10 to 20 more illegals lined up.
10 to 20, trying some more than that. But
I'm just throwing a number out there.
10 to 20 buses.
So
planes, they fly in first class now, Dave. Shit. Bust my ass.
Okay, Dom, are you familiar with Floyd Benefield? I know DU is. Are you familiar with Floyd Benefield? Okay.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to start housing them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what they did years ago with it was Bosnia when they had that ethnic cleansing, and they cut off parts of Fort Dix. I know y'all are familiar with Fort Dix in New Jersey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
They cut off a whole area of Fort Dix. So that left less training spaces for these troops to come in because it basically became a reserve and guard training facility.
Right.
So now they don't have nowhere to sleep. When they come there for their weekends and their 2 weeks of training, they ain't got nowhere to sleep. So they're going to sleep in tents. But they're the Army. They can sleep in tents.
Right. It's practice.
Yeah, not that. Not that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, our people, Bishop, Bishop, I love you, but you got to sleep in a tent.
Yeah.
Because I got to put Dave in the Ritz coffin.
Mm-hmm.
It don't add up, guys. It don't.
Well,
so now, Reg, with them going to Floyd Bennett Field, because now Floyd Bennett Field is different a lot. I know it's a lot different, a lot more active than what it used to be when we first started going to Floyd Bennett Field.
Yes.
So all other activities on Floyd Bennett Field is going to cease.
We don't know that far yet.
Where are they going to sleep, Reg?
Tents.
Oh,
wow. They're probably tents. Yeah. But they got a lot of abandoned buildings on Floyd Bennett Field. So I don't know. I'm not going to necessarily say tents.
They got a lot of abandoned buildings in the city.
I said it last week.
Because I was in Flatbush like 2 days ago, and I saw like 30 people with suitcases following each other in Flatbush, and automatically I thought, oh, they're going on a bus trip, right? This is my thought process.
Yeah, right.
And I know. Then I started noticing.
Atlantic City.
Yeah, right, Atlantic City. But there wasn't any bus in sight, and I started notice when I caught up to them, I saw everyone's nationality, and I was like, "Oh, these the immigrants."
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, because you know, I don't come to Manhattan as much as I used to before, right?
And you don't want to. It's worse than Manhattan. It's worse than Manhattan. Broadway from about from about 72 all the way up to 110. Really? They just hanging out.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly.
Man. They're just hanging out. It's wild.
Now, y'all talking about that place Reggie's talking about.
And when you mentioned Floyd Bennett Field, now I was in Flatbush, but I was in part of Flatbush where I wasn't too far from, Kings Plaza, Floyd Bennett Field.
Okay. Now you're talking about Floyd Bennett Field with tents in November, December. Right. Trust me, I slept in tents in some cold weather, and we had stoves, but them stoves don't really work when the wind's blowing. And
exactly.
Yeah,
it's cold. It's cold in a tent. Now, what's going to happen? But again, guys, let's skip over Floyd Bennett Field. Let's skip over the tents. Who them tents for? They ain't for your homeless. It ain't for your 25,000 that were homeless last week in New York.
Exactly.
Before this year.
Exactly. You're 100% right.
Somebody else. Again, like I said before, me saying
this came from the governor.
Right. I'd rather do for Bishop than somebody I don't know. I'm going to get called a name. I'm going to be some kind of phobic, some kind of name, but I'm looking out for Bishop because he's my boy and he's an American in our country. That shit don't fly no more, guys. I said it last week. They're suing. They're going to sue the city of New York because you can't find a hotel room for an immigrant. When did this shit happen?
It's crazy.
Yo,
y'all couldn't answer that question. Like, I never heard this shit.
I don't understand. Why don't they send them to...
Be glad you left.
Why don't they send them to Ellis Island? Send them to Ellis Island and then give them a proper immigrant origin story.
Yeah. Why not? That's where I say it. That's where my ancestors went.
Yeah.
Went to Ellis Island. They had to stay there. How did immigration shit get
wasn't that a whole processing
jacked up? Yeah. They went through the whole process and then they was able to move on. My family came from Italy. They had to go, like you said, to Ellis Island. They couldn't move. It wasn't like I told R last week. This guy's asylum seeker. Okay. I'm an asylum seeker. Okay. here's what I'm gonna do. Come back on September 5th and come to court. We never see you again. Back in the day, my family couldn't go nowhere. They were stuck on Ellis Island. Until they were approved or disapproved. Either went right to New York or left to the boat.
Right.
Yep.
How did we fuck that up?
Exactly.
I don't know, but that's a good idea. They put them on Ellis Island.
It's just ridiculous to me.
Somebody figured out that it's more profitable to house.
Well,
that's exactly. Yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Right. And who
decided
that? Politicians.
What profit? What does it say? What profits a man that sells his soul? Whatever that scripture is. But what profit are you getting? Because before this, you guys had 25 to 30,000 homeless people that were residents of your city.
Exactly.
That wasn't beneficial too. That wasn't beneficial to them.
A lot of them were veterans.
How about that?
Yes.
You're right. But again,
go down that road
there's no profit in it for them. That's what that is.
What would they tell a vet? Or go to the VA?
Yeah.
Right.
That which, in all actuality, that's a leg to stand on. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if we told an immigrant, go back to Mexico until we square this shit away, everybody would call me a name.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They would kill me.
Well, they could call me a name. I don't really care.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. There's absolutely nothing wrong with fixing your own backyard.
Exactly.
Backyard first. There's nothing wrong with that. Why can't you express that? Why? I mean, I just don't get it. It's ridiculous.
Listen.
Fuck off.
Because I'm not interested in fixing my own problems.
Say we're on a panel. We're on a panel, and Don, Bishop, me, Dave. This issue came up. We're not saying a word, but DU decide to say, "Yo, I'm gonna beat my chest and say, yeah, we're asylum, whatever."
Yeah.
Come. I'm like, are you stupid? What they say? You volunteer for nothing?
Yeah.
What's that word we use, Dave? What's that word that everybody wanted to be a part of?
Woke.
I used it last time.
Is it woke?
Sanctuary city?
Sanctuary.
Everybody wanted to be a sanctuary city until you became one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't tell you that part, did they? They didn't tell you all day. When this happens, Dave, don't come crying to me.
Yo, when he made that announcement, I looked at that TV screen like, what are you doing? I knew you was an idiot before, but damn. You sealed the deal on this one.
Does that mean federal funding?
No, but they ain't seeing it.
They're not getting it.
The immigrants are seeing the benefits. They're seeing vouchers and cash and hotel rooms. The homeless people in New York ain't getting jacked.
Nope.
Again, you said, hi, DU, I'll be a part of this. But when the shit hit the fan, they turned their back on you. And they was like, whoa, you can't say all that.
Exactly.
They trying to send them upstate and stuff of that nature. And them people is like, wait, hold on. We didn't sign up for this bull crap.
I don't know the I don't know the truth to this. But I was talking to someone and they told me when Giuliani was mayor, right? Either Giuliani or Bloomberg, either one. I can't remember. But this was told to me. I don't know the truth to it. This person told me that when to solve the homeless problem during that time when they were mayors, either Giuliani or Bloomberg, that they started shipping the homeless on buses upstate.
Those Bloomberg.
You know where they sent them? It was Bloomberg. You know where they sent 5 buses? Here to Fayetteville, North Carolina. Never told me Fayetteville nothing. 5 buses show up outside the bus line on A Street. They know what to do.
Wow.
This is Fayetteville, North Carolina. It's a predominantly military town. Mayor didn't know what to do. Nobody called him. Nobody said shit. Now you got these people just scavenging around with bags in their hand. He gets a call in the middle of the night. Yo, we got 5 buses of immigrants from New York City. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? This is Fayetteville, North Carolina. We ain't got no budget like that. Never mind, borough. They sent them from New York City to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Wow.
A 10-hour drive. Believe me, I know it.
Yeah.
It was bad enough that this town, and he did a good job. I'll give him credit. He did a good job on this sex trafficking. and human trafficking. They did a good job. They busted a whole bunch of people in this hotel, blah, blah, blah. 3 weeks later, here's this bus, 5 buses. Homeboy shaking his head. For real, guys. He was on TV like, hey, DU, what the fuck?
Right.
Right. Where did this shit come from? Oh, New York City. Really? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, this is a predominantly military town. So, the main objective, and I hate to say this, is not to appease the military, but they basically have top dibs, and they can afford all this shit. So we ain't got to worry about how we're going to house veterans because they're in the service.
Right.
Got all their babies. They buy whatever they want, live wherever they want. Boom, here's 5 buses. And you know what, guys? They dropped them off, and the fucking bus drivers hauled ass.
That's crazy.
By the time the police, and check this out, guys. Bus stop. 3 blocks is the brand new police station on the other side of A Street. By the time the cops got there, there was tire marks. Buses were gone.
Damn.
And some of them were pretty, I ain't gonna say slick. They went right inside the bus stop, put their bags down. So now you got 300, 400 people. The bus system is still running. There's people still waiting on the next Greyhound to go to South Carolina, New York, Florida, wherever. You got 300 people laying on a pillow.
Yeah.
And by the time the cops got there, the buses were gone. So nobody knew. Thank God, so the story goes, guys. One of the immigrants spoke English. So he went, hey, we come from New York City. Okay. That's how they found out. New York City never called.
Right.
Yeah, wow. Didn't call and say, hey, Dave, we got these 5 buses. Some immigrant stopped the cop and said, New York City, we come from New York City.
Right.
Don't fuck with me with the voice, Dave. I'm just. That's how they found out.
That's your tech support, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about?
No. You guys suck. But that now imagine that, guys. A small town like this with 500 and a city like New York already overcrowded with 20,000.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sue you, Dave, because you didn't find a hotel for them.
Right.
How dare you?
That's right.
Get out of here. I'm done with that shit.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, there's got to be a solution. I mean, I understand the whole obstacles of it all with the money being probably a primary factor and whatnot, but there's got to be somebody with some damn scruples. What do they call that thing?
Cojones?
Like a whistleblower.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And cojones as well. But there's got to be somebody that can stand.
Well, we ain't getting it from Adams.
No,
he don't have it.
No.
He's in Israel now.
He's what?
Yeah, he's sure enough is.
Oh, yeah, he's in Israel.
Yeah,
he's in Israel. Yeah.
He's like, let me get my ass come up out of here.
But the biggest thing, this is the ongoing problem, man. This is like, really, how do you fix it? Because we're not gonna stop it. How do you fix it?
We know how to fix it, D. You stop them at the border. You stop them at the border. Everybody coming to that border cannot be an asylum seeker. And if they are, we have to put them somewhere, not within our population. These are just the rules, guys. This is how the shit's been played for years.
And I was looking at an article earlier saying about some of these guys, people that are coming over, more males, and how they have combated being identified by not having their gang affiliated tattoos.
Of course.
Here on American soil, here in New York. Okay, so that's not a concern. That's not a concern. But yet again, here we are.
Not to defend one side or the other. But we had a certain individual that had different policies at the border. We tried to go back to how things were supposed to and meant to be. He got thrown under the bus. Why are you building a wall? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But again, it stops some of the flow. But what happened? The flow is like somebody turned the faucet on again.
Yeah.
And again, I come to the border and I say, Dave, I'm an asylum seeker. I ain't got no proof of this shit.
Right.
Dave gonna give me a ticket, probably send me to New York City and say, hey, you need to report to the courthouse on 161st and Jerome Avenue on September 5th. You think we're going to see Dave in court on September 5th?
No.
Nope.
Good luck. Good luck.
Exactly.
He's in the system now, and he's looking for help, and they're going to piss somebody off that Dave can't get a hotel room. Help me out here, fellas. There's a way to do it, DU. That's the problem. There is a way to do it. Nobody wants to follow the playbook. They keep trying to reinvent this playbook that has been in place, and this is administration after administration. And I will, as much as I don't give him a lot of credit, people want to just blame this one. Barack Obama sent more people. He was codenamed, what do they call him? Deporter in chief. He deported more immigrants back to their country than any president over the last 7 administrations.
Okay.
But he also invented catch and release. The shit I'm talking about. I'm an asylum seeker. I give you a ticket, tell you to come to court. That's called catch and release.
Right.
You never see these people again. They're just, we don't know who they are. I'm not saying they're all criminals. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there are some that are. They're gang affiliated.
But
they're human traffickers.
To me, it just sounds like the the war on drugs, right? Like you know how to stop it, but do you want to stop it?
Right.
Yeah. Like how you said, hey, you it's simple. Stop them at the border. So it's straight cut. It's straightforward. But is that the game plan? What's the bigger picture by not stopping them at the border? Right. Like I don't think they want to stop it.
Right. The only thing I don't understand about that, D, is what cost effectiveness is it to us? And again, I'll just go back to where you guys are, guys, except Bishop. Y'all are in New York City. Y'all are probably seeing the worst of all of it.
Of course.
Yes. Being interrupted. And your city was already 4th or 5th of the highest homeless population in America.
Yeah.
New York, they was in the top 5 with the highest homeless rate in America. Now you throw this on. You throw this shit in there. But with this comes help for them. Again, all this shit started with a text from R last week that I read the article, there's a group that's gonna sue the city if you don't find a hotel for these homeless immigrants.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yet we can't get the people. We can't get the people that's on our streets already.
Yeah.
That have been on our streets already. We can't take care of them, but we gotta take care of some.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Angus. Reg, almost every hotel in New York now is a shelter, right?
Pretty
damn near.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn near.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got them filling out different facilities like Creedmoor, Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Come on, it's ridiculous.
What's gonna happen if that shit hits Midtown Manhattan?
Oh,
it's already doing it. What do you mean?
Midtown Manhattan. I'm talking Wall Street. I'm talking all that shit. What's going to happen then?
Yeah.
I bet we'll see some movement then, won't we?
Yeah.
Well, they done occupy Wall Street. I'm
just saying. We might see some difference.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Can you imagine?
We know that Occupy Wall Street was crazy, right, Reg?
Yeah.
That was bananas.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was bananas.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm done. So if it makes me sound like bad or whatever, I really don't care. I'm being honest. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you're still bad, but
you're good. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, y'all.
I don't want to hear
you are.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the whole. Wow, it's rags to riches. I don't care. No, I don't care. Okay, clean up your backyard first and foremost.
When you talk economics, guys, and my battery's dying on my iPad. When you talk economics, 90% of these countries that these people are fleeing, they're actually double dipping because we're sending some sort of financial aid to these countries from the get-go, whether it's Nicaragua, Mexico,
whatever.
We're sending money to these countries. Physical money, guys, not this Ukraine shit where we're sending them arms, which is still our money, don't get me wrong. But we're sending them money. But now your people are coming here because they're fleeing. So we're double dipping. We're paying you, and now we're paying them. That's double dipping.
Exactly.
It's like I said the first time, guys. It's like buying one bullet twice.
Let me go to their country and see if I get that same treatment like they get here.
Yeah, good luck, Art.
Yeah, exactly. There you
Call
go.
me when you get there, brother. I know where you're at. In case I have to come get you.
For sure, brother.
I'll be out tracking. Yeah. Good luck.
You know? I can't get the same services. No.
Crazy.
And this one is calling me heartless. I am. So what?
Who called you heartless? Dude?
That hater, that Brooklyn hater.
Oh.
I heard you.
Just saying, just like, yo, you guys, if somebody is, these guys are not coming here, these guys.
I should pull out my violin. I should pull out my violin right now. Start playing.
All of the people who are railing against the immigrants and so forth, like I said before, 3 generations removed, they were the immigrants.
Whatever. There's no
3 generations, 4 generations
like
before.
You just said, and like I said, there's no more room at the end.
Yeah, we're full.
Yeah.
That's it. We're full. No vacancies.
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't get here early enough when the shit was flying by, whatnot, then you're shit out of luck. You're shit out of luck.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna try to flip to my phone, but let me cut this off.
Okay.
You can hear me.
Oh, you gotta turn that off, I think.
Hold on.
Yeah, he's gonna turn off the.
Can you hear me, Art?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we echoing?
Still echoing.
Yeah.
I turned my. I'm gonna give you a. Let's go with the story that Bishop gave us last week.
You're good now.
Remember the story Bishop gave us last week about the bird in the nest, and if he can't make it, he falls to the ground, and if he can't make it there, he gets gobbled up. Remember that story?
Yeah.
Why don't they fall in that category?
Exactly. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's what Bishop said last week about the poor little bird.
Yeah, like I said, while you want to.
But I don't think. Listen, I don't think it's that R is heartless. I think with the issue is and other things. But I think what the issue is that there wasn't the same sentiment for the people that are here, that born and raised here in the United States, that was struggling, because there's no political group that is aligned themselves with the homeless.
Because there's no money and there's no power to gain.
Right. So we see what it is. So it's not. I don't want to pit humans against humans. But all my thing is, and where I agree with R and Dom about is, we didn't take care of our own.
No.
But now we're extending and overextending ourselves sometimes to the detriment of the people that were already here. And so that's where the frustration with this whole thing comes from.
Yeah.
Somebody's making some money from it. Somebody's making some
money from it, but
they're making a lot of money from it.
And that's the real enemy in this. It's not the migrants that are coming here for the most part for a better life or a better opportunity. I understand it. That's what America has been built on. Opportunity and people coming here with hopes and dreams, but you are in spite of the people that are here already, that are struggling, that don't have a place, and now all of a sudden you are moving them. So I think that's what the problem is.
Okay. Uh-oh. What's happening? Ooh. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I think I'm gonna have to end this because that's very weird.
Who was that?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, but it stopped. Okay, it stopped for now.
That was weird.
You guys still on or no?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah, we here.
Okay.
Dom, Dom's here.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that was weird, but like I said, I I'm sorry, but not really.
That was the cancel culture they were coming.
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, exactly. Well, what else? What else is new? What else is new? You know what I'm saying? What else is new? But I'm just saying, I'm sorry, but not really.
The new host for Untitled is we're gonna make it like Jeopardy, and every week we're gonna have a new host.
Guess host.
Exactly. I really should do that. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. By the way, gentlemen, I need for you guys to, matter of fact, not just you guys, but also whatever audience we have, you know what I'm saying? Just like comment, share, like, dislike, whatever, suggestions, what you want, what topics would you like for us to discuss on this panel? It doesn't have to be sports related as well, and we get into it. And if you want to join, I just need an email and I will send you the link and you could be part of the panel here. You know, we would like that. You know what I'm saying? So again, I throw that out there for people, and I hope they pick up the mantle. Right. What I just dropped.
And I always say, if we was to just get half of the people in the paint, you don't even got to watch it all. Just go and like, dislike.
Yeah.
Just do something. And we have about 200 likes or dislikes every week.
Bro, and like you said, it doesn't cost anything.
It's free.
It takes less than 2.5 seconds.
Support is free.
Yeah, the only thing it will cost you is your dignity.
If you want to watch it. If you take time to watch the whole show, you're going to lose something.
You're going to lose something.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but that's probably something I'm going to talk about too. Is support. I think is something that needs to be discussed as well.
Yeah.
So now, so you railing against the immigrants, and now you're looking for a handout? Is that what?
Well, I was born here. I was born here. So I was born here, sir. I was born here.
I was just messing with you.
No, it's all good. I know you were. I'm just saying I was born here.
Look, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I can speak for myself on this. How many times have I gone on that page and asked people?
Yes.
We got about 400 people now, guys, if I'm not mistaken.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
if only half of them went on there. That's 200.
So if we can get the migrants' internet connection, then we have.
Wow.
They're coming to get you, Dave.
Let me be a fake asylum seeker. Then, okay. Exactly.
He said YouTube.
What?
Matter of fact, you know what I did today? I was in my room. My wife had company, so I was in my room. So I go to YouTube on my television.
Right.
And I watched probably the last 2 shows we did on my TV in the room.
Oh, God.
Oh, Dom, you're great, man.
Not with your wife present, did you?
No, she was in the living room.
Okay, good.
I went in the back,
See,
I want her to still think, nice things about me.
Exactly.
I could go places in my house she would never see me, but when I heard her coming, I paused, lowered the screen, just in case we dropped a couple of bombs.
Dom used to have the chat on the texting on his car phone.
Right. Oh boy,
coming through the speakers and
I said it today. Y'all did it to me today. I was in my car. That's why I didn't say nothing. Y'all talking and talking. I'm like, oh, shit. When is Bishop going to wake up? All of a sudden, the next name on my screen was Bishop in the group of. I said,
here we go. Exactly.
They don't woke his ass up. It's on now. So for the next 40 minutes.
I wonder what's in store for tomorrow.
Oh God.
Guys. Let me shut this down. It's been about almost 3 hours. We're going to call it a night. So, listen, you guys know I love each and every one of you. You understand? I thank you for your support, gentlemen. We'll be back again next week, next Thursday.
Next week.
Yes, sir. 8:00. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be there. And again, share, comment what you like, what you don't like. Any type of interaction will be appreciated so much. You know what I'm saying? So, and like Bishop says, so now you're asking for a handout. Yeah, I guess I am. Because I was born here.
That's
Support is free.
Shameless fun.
I can tell you there's a few things I don't like.
God Almighty.
Gee, I wonder what
few
that
things or a few people. Which one?
Yeah, exactly.
Persons, individuals, hosts. You know.
Well, just before we go, the Yankees started a new streak tonight. So.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. I saw that. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
all right, gentlemen. Yes.
You brothers, y'all have a great rest of the night, man. And I appreciate you guys having me on with y'all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome anytime, brother. Anytime.
Reg, my brother, man. Good seeing you. Angus, man. Always.
Hey,
nice meeting you, brother.
Nice meeting you too.
All right, take care. All right.
All right, fellas.
All right.